We talked about soil forming processes, soil forming factors, and I had also invited an answer. The question is, when the teacher invites answer, तब आप लिखते नहीं है, and then uninvited answers are sent. Well, you get an opportunity to get evaluated by the teacher. Even the people who are not attending live classes, if you're attending the recorded classes, जब opportunity है उसे use कर लीजिए. Miss हो गया तो miss हो गया. Once it is missed, it is missed. Is everyone okay? Just looking at questions, if any. Good morning. Good morning, Manish. Good morning, Kushi. And all others. Ranak Sanchari, good morning. Good morning to all of you. Any questions, any doubts? We were talking about soil forming processes. We had done most of it. मुझे लगा कल मैंने बहुत पढ़ा दिया. इतना पढ़ना नहीं चाहते हो? Yes. So it was too much, I guess. इसलिए शायद थक गया, किसी ने कोई आंसर नहीं लिखा. दो आंसर मेरे पास आए हैं, and both of them get the opportunity to get evaluated in the class. So we'll be talking about those answers in the class also. Get that? पूर्वी ने भेजा. पूर्वी मुझे मिला नहीं, मैंने देखा नहीं. Madhukar is saying multiple revisions are needed to memorize. Okay, perfect. So sir, without revision हो नहीं पा रहा. Apurva, I said I didn't look at your answer. मुझे नहीं मिला. क्या मैंने देखा नहीं है. Not in my number, maybe success space would be having it. So आ जाएगा मुझको, don't worry. So there is an admin also, no, to the channel. So people who are not part of the channel, that is there. खुशी कह रहे हैं जिसको फीडबैक नहीं मिला वो क्या करें. खुशी, आपका तो केस ही समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. मैंने अभी कहा कि दो बच्चों का मिला, मैं अभी क्लास में करूंगा. आप किसी भी चीज को मैकेनिकल के आगे सोचते हैं खुशी या नहीं सोचते हैं, ये बताइए. ये तो बहुत बढ़िया है. पूर्वी का आई डिड नॉट गेट इट, सो आई सेड पूर्वी मैं देख लूंगा. सर जिसको फीडबैक नहीं मिला वो क्या करे. सर मैं माफी मांग लेता हूँ. कुछ ही पहली चीज तो ये कि भाई माफी. दूसरी बार अभी बोला कि दो बच्चों का मिला है आपका, आई थिंक मैंने ओपन भी किया है तो कहूंगा भी. आई सेड आप सुनते नहीं, आप वही सुनना चाहते हैं जो आपको सुनना है ना. वो बोल रहे हैं, कुछ ही बोलने से डर लगता है आपका, डांट दो. यार एक बात बताओ, ऐसे ही मैं सोचता अगर आपको किसी से डर लगता है तो आप उस पर सटायर तो नहीं मार सकते यार. और जिनको नहीं मिला उनका क्या. आई डोंट थिंक सो. प्लीज डोंट डू दैट. ऐसा मत करो यार, बेकार में मुझे भूत मत बनाओ. यू नो, लाइक आई जस्ट सेड कि जिन्होंने सबमिट किया, पीपल हु सबमिटेड, आई विल बी डिस्कसिंग द आंसर. जिनको नहीं मिला फीडबैक उनका क्या. ये तो बड़े डर में आप बोल रहे हैं यार. मैं डर गया. प्लीज, यू कांट हैव बेस्ट ऑफ ऑल द वर्ल्ड्स, नो. एवरीवन. मेरे को डर लग रहा है और मैं भी आपको बोल भी दूंगा. आप ही का बताऊंगा, आप ही का बच्चे. So before writing any answer, it feels like it is easy to write, but sir, it is not. I took a lot of time to write the answer. It was my first time. So absolutely okay. So another thing, very, very clear, answer writing. Answer writing begins where books and notes end. Do you get that? If we are still caught in books and notes, as somebody said, sir, it takes a lot of time to memorize things. So yeah, trust trust me, good answers are not memory based. Good answers are not memory based. Memory part is just giving one aspect to the answer, maybe some factual things, maybe some vocabulary related things, but answer is something which is an holistic thing. Let us take one organ out of 100 dead bodies. Let us take one organ out of 100 dead bodies and combine all those organs and fit them into a dead body. Fit them into a dead body. These are all organs. The person is dead now. Person is dead. But we were able to get organs. Iska heart tikta, iska kidney tikta and all that. We take all those organs and put it in the dead body. Will this dead body be revived? Will this dead body be revived? No. So you tell me that I find it very difficult memorizing the content. Your content is this. Your books, your notes are these. Answer writing comes after this. Answer writing comes after this. So yes, you have to refer to the books. Definitely you must refer to the books. Yes, you must look at the notes. You should have attended the class. If you're attending the class, very good. If you're attending the class, very good. But otherwise, even if you know the concept, you can write an answer. You can write an answer. Now, answer writing is a third skill. I'm saying book is 1, 2, and this is third. Everyone. If your kitchen is full of all the ingredients, all the equipments, everything needed to make food, good food, is it a guarantee that you can make food if you don't know how to cook? So, but I still have to use the knife. Knife cutting is very difficult for me. But even if you cut well, and you don't know answer or answer writing, you won't be able to do it. True or not? So that is going to happen. So an invitation to all people. Only 2 answers came, and 2 of them we have looked at them. So unke acknowledge ho gaye hain from the fact that you see a blue arrow on that, blue tick on that, and I said I will be discussing them. Okay. So answer writing. If you are thinking that I will start one day, you can keep on thinking. It won't happen. And as I said, somebody wrote to me, said I would be writing short notes every day, not with the intention of just getting them evaluated, but getting that feel that I am also developing that muscle of answer writing. Is everyone with me on this? So that is one thing which I want you to keep in mind about answer writing. First 5 minutes are your minutes, so that is why I talked about that. Just one answer which I have got. So let us look at this one. Short note on factors controlling soil formation. So this is a short note on factors controlling soil formation. I am very clear from the look of the answer. You can see no illustration, no nothing. The answer is not a good answer for geography. Maybe for essay or something, maybe. First look, it is not a good answer. Get that? From the look of it. Because answer, as I said, the answer is not content. Answer is not content. So first of all, can you make this thing clear in your mind that answer is not just about writing paragraphs. Answer is not just about writing headings and doing that. Get that? Now this person says that my first answer, I don't know much about it. So when I write, I have to refer to the book a lot. Okay. So can I say that's an error? Because answer writing should not start till the book is over. So keep the book aside. When you're keeping the book open, you are just adding things from there. So फिर आप क्या करोगे? So as an answer, this is the poor answer. Let us look at now how are these as notes. अब तो notes हो गए. This is not an answer. This is notes. So let us look at how are these as notes. Dokishev, Russian pedologist, finds 5 factors for soil formation: climate, biota, parent material, relief time. In these 5, 2 were active and which start weathering main factor, while rest 2 missing. So I'm saying if you're writing something on that, will this information, Dokishev, which you got from the notes, now this is notes coming, this person has kept the notes open. So I want to tell you, what answer should not be evaluated, where the teacher should save time. And then you say, sir, आप तो angry हो जाते हैं. Angry नहीं होते भाई. There are 24 hours and there are thousands of deserving students. So please be honest and don't make fun of the teacher at the same time. मेरे answer का क्या हुआ? Angry वाला मत खेलो यार. You least regard and everything and do that also. Dushyant is saying language is weak. So Dushyant is Kankan Jena. He submitted the answer day before yesterday. I told him that his answer was not invited, though I read the answer. Your language is equally weak. Please stop commenting on others' language. Get that, Kankan? फिर बोलेंगे टीचर को गुस्सा आ जाए यार, सच बता रहे यार, सच बता रहे. Kankan, your questions, your everything, you're saying the language is weak. Now I remember talking about starting on this. So मैंने कहा let one teacher be there in the class. The teacher can through his or her experience do that. And as it is, you have not even written the answer. This person has written the answer, so he or she deserves it. And I invited. This is my invitation to write answers. So it's my now responsibility to give them feedback, and through them others can learn. So Kankan, I don't think so. You are qualified to do that, and I have read your answer. I remember 2 days ago saying in the class that I had not invited answers. So please don't send until unless invited. So I remember talking about it. If you want to make some impact on this, why would you not say that soil formation? Why would you not use the word pedogenesis? Interdependent, interrelated, complex phenomena has multiple processes and factors which were very well documented by the Russian school of geographers. Let us have a look. Simple, I never make it complex. I'm just saying simple. And if I say simple, well, many people would run for teachers who would unnecessarily make it complex and unnecessarily will be he's smiling about it. I'm saying it with a straight face. Oh, sir, I don't know when will you become angry. I'm not angry. I'm so simple saying this was a very simple thing. This is all that is needed. We'll be saying this is, to be honest, this is my similar information. So I'm saying you are pasting, copy paste notes. Somebody said I've never copy pasted notes. अरे भाई आप यही करते हैं, कैसे आप यही करते हैं, तो ये नहीं करना है भाई. इसीलिए कह रहे हैं कि notes को साइड में रखिए. Please keep the notes aside. You are talking about soil forming process. You have to tell someone. Think of, you're telling a child about it. क्या है? You want to arouse the interest of the child. So you say, भाई बड़ी complex process है. Soil is a living entity. To create soil, it requires numerous things, and these processes and factors were captured by the Russian school. And this is it. Let us discuss, or let us see what are these. ठीक है? अब आते हैं तो ये क्या हुआ, ये नोट्स का ओवरहैंग हुआ. दिस इज व्हाट इज बीइंग सोल्ड. यू पीपल टॉक अबाउट सर वी लाइक योर अप्रोच, यू आर वेरी स्पॉन्टेनियस, यू मेक अस थिंक एंड लिंक. आई वांट टू टेल यू द डीएनए इज द सेम. यू वांट टू समवेयर वॉमिट आउट नोट्स. आई एम सेइंग लाइन लगा के आप उन्हीं टीचर्स की क्लास में बैठेंगे जहां पे बढ़िया से नोट्स बन रहे होंगे, सब कुछ वही हो रहा होगा. यार इसको भी सुन लेते हैं. सो प्लीज डोंट गिव मी दैट कि सर आपको गुस्सा आ जाएगा, ये आ जाएगा, हो जाएगा. इट्स बीन 15 years. लेट्स नॉट डू दैट. लेट्स बी वेरी क्लियर ऑन दैट. वेरी सिंपल थिंग. आई रिमेंबर टेलिंग यू व्हाट and how, and I did create that. अगर आपको मेरे नोट्स में लेना ही था so you did not take it because I was speaking at this time. You were not noting it down. This one you noted it down, which you call as notes, and then you're wondering कि भाई इसको छाप देते. Don't do that. That's not a good idea. Less time से like यही पे क्वेश्चन की तो है. इन्होंने पूछा था शायद पिछले बैच में कि सर दूसरे सर कह रहे थे इंट्रो नहीं लिखना चाहिए, कंक्लूजन नहीं. तो सब टीचर से कंपेयर कर रहे होते हैं आप. You are half the time comparing. You are just trying to see, oh here at least the teacher checks. चल ठीक है इसको भी चेक करवा लेते हैं. Don't do that. Since you are a student, you are learning, and my intention is to transfer something good to you that will really help you. And there are students who are getting the interview calls with those understandings. So that is what an invitation to everyone. Nothing else. Let's not play in this play of words on this. Climate affects vegetation of the area, which initiates weathering. It reduces the differences which are caused by parent material. Parent material. Two parent material in same climatic region may develop same soil. In hot summer, equal black soil. Example, Tamil Nadu. In hot summer and this thing, was it black soil develops? Hot and rainfall region? No, it was plateau soils develop. But he heard in the class, no, so आप notes भी सही नहीं बना पाते. So this is what is happening is it's a combination of notes plus booklet in front of it, and you're writing it. So my feedback to this person and all others is, even your notes are wrong. Even your notes are wrong, Bache. Why are we making wrong notes? And everyone tell me, if you have to make notes, will you make notes like this? No. Key 2-3 points. Be crisp on that. So can I say one mistake of this answer is that urge to write answer without knowing the concept. So feedback is, very clear feedback is, do not copy paste note and study material. That is not answer writing. So you don't know the name. So I hope you are okay with it. किसका है, किसी का भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं. But do we get the message clearly? That first we should have understood it, kept it aside, our own opinion on that, and few terms were needed, they should be there. If we have them, it makes sense. If we don't have them, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Then what are we doing? We are trying to make a collage out of things. What is collage? Remember, school mein we made collage, newspaper cuttings. We will stick on a black chart paper. Remember? Have you done a collage work ever? Many newspaper cuttings stuck on a chart paper. So yeah, collage. This is not an answer. This is a collage. Is everyone okay? Can I say the person should try again based on this figure? Okay. Let's come to the next answer. Next answer from the look of it. From the look of it, does it look like a geographical answer? Does it look like a geography answer? Yes or no? So definitely better than the previous one. So this person has got the message that a geography answer should have some illustrations, should have some visibility. In fact, all answers should have visibility, but geography answers should have. So I can see Earth also in this. Okay. Now, having a diagram, having a look like this, am I asking you to have a look like this? I'm saying this might be wrong also. This might be a wrong answer also. This might be a wrong answer. But the look of it, the structuring of it, that part is correct. Next page, diagram, this part is correct. The look of it is correct. Is everyone okay? The look of it is correct. The second thing is the content. Is everyone okay with this? So just telling you, like when you're writing answers, when you're saying, sir, writing for the first time and all that, okay, first time, literally, writing for the first time, what should you keep in mind? What should you keep in mind? That is the intention. Everyone okay with this? So देखिए इसको, इस answer. Let us look at this answer. This is soil forming processes. Okay. So coincidentally, people have taken this answer only, but they could have taken more also for that. Soil constitutes a major element in the natural environment. Liking to नहीं पता, but climate and vegetation. It refers to the upper weather layer of the lithosphere supporting life. Supporting life or capable of supporting life. The principal soil processes are weathering, translocation, organic change, lateralization, fertilization, glaying, and so I think there is an attempt. There is an attempt to introduce. Do we agree? Previous one was just saying Rocky Shave and all that. May not be the best first sentence. Not mature, but in right direction. Is everyone okay? So those of you who are beginners who are wondering how would I start, you have two samples. You don't know their names, so it's totally impersonal. You don't know who's written what. But I'm again saying, like if you can't learn from others, then first of all, the UPSC mauka dega nahi. If you're not a person who can learn from others' mistakes by not doing that, UPSC will not give us a chance then. But if we have learned them, then we must see that how can we rectify. So two answers have given you that idea. Now this part is trying to summarize the whole answer. Discuss them. To discuss them. So that's a good way. Summary is one way of having the first paragraph where you are giving the glimpse of the whole answer to the examiner. Is everyone okay? So you have a discussion on how to start. This person has made a try, and good try, I would say, but I would not say a very mature try, but I think the direction is absolutely correct. Can we move further? Can we move further? Now let us look at the further answer. Weathering, disintegration or decomposition of rocks in situ by natural agents at or near the surface of the earth. This is described as the first or initial stage, essential phase in the denudation of landscape. अब ये गलत लाइन लगाई, ये कहां से आ गया? Geomorphology has come. It is the first stage in denudation. Hello, I know it is the first stage in denudation. I agree. Do we all agree or not? Denudation first stage is there. But here we are not talking about geomorphology, cycle of erosion, denudation. We are not talking about that. Do you get that? So now what is happening is your pre-learning is coming in the way of your present answer. It is creating a bias. One is thinking and linking. That's a good thing, positive thing. Okay. So I am biased against a particular cricket team, and I am biased in favor of a cricket team in IPL. So even if a team is doing well because I am biased against, will I say nahi beta team? True or not? So what I am trying to say here is that geomorphological language is coming in the way of this. It can be of chemical, physical, biological, and anthropogenic weathering. Now this is incomplete sentence. English भी नहीं है सही. It can be chemical, physical, biological, and anthropogenic weathering. So we are looking at, when we are talking about weathering, can have agents. Okay? And you can say, okay, chemical, physical, biological are the types of weathering. That's okay. Now let us look at this part. This part is the world. Let us see how the person has initiated geography. इनका ये कहना है, the person's diagram says that 30 to 60 is the belt of only physical weathering, whereas 10 to 30 and 10 to 30 is what? Physical plus chemical. And इनका कहना equator वाला is only chemical. Do we agree? In equator only chemical happens. 10 to 30 physical and chemical both happen. 30 to 60 only physical. I said diagram is good, idea is good, but is it wrong or not? By this time, the examiner has made up the mind. Lack of concept clarity, marks एकदम इसके बाद गिरते चले जाए. This is absolutely wrong. This is absolutely wrong. See that? ये हमने कहीं नहीं कहा. In fact, अगर हम physical weathering की बात कर रहे हैं तो यार यहाँ पर पूरा का पूरा Daviesian cycle is there, and Davis when he talks about it, he says the rivers are cutting V-shaped valley, down cutting, side cutting. What is it? Mechanical? Yes or no? True. All three weatherings are happening. We cannot take this way. Absolutely wrong. So what happens is, so for this one, as I said, यहाँ भी एक word आया, not mature. यहाँ तो wrong ही आ गया. Do we get that? अब ये कब होता है? When does it happen? The person has not read the study material. Study material के बिना कर रहे. So previous one was material driven, and this one is material missing. Both cases extremes, good or bad. Black is not allowed, white is not allowed. The shades of the gray will make your answer better. Do we get that? मैंने पेज पे हमें diagram दिखा, we were happy. You were happy. But see the difference. I know. I'll make diagrams. I know them. I have a diagram, but they can be wrong also. Do we get that? So that is where the error will start coming in. Translocation. This is not a single process. It embraces several kind of movements and material within the soil body, principally by agent of water. The movement can carry, but is expected as downward movement. Now this is what happens when you do not read the material. This is your own language. इसको बोलते हैं waffling. कुछ भी लिखते जा रही है. देखो इतना सारा लिखने से लीचिंग लिख दिया इन्होंने, लीचिंग लिख दिया, arid and all that, hard pen बना दिया and all those things, everything is there. और फिर salinization भी लिख रहे हैं. यार हमने बहुत ही क्लियरली कहा the downward movement is leaching, ठीक है, upward movement is capillary action, so that is there. but यहाँ पर क्या हो गया? Mostly class driven. So one person too much on material. This person did not carry the depth. Please don't jump to answer writing without that. So errors will as it is not take your answer any further. This is not mathematics that a plus b whole square is equal to a plus b into a plus b, a into a plus b into a plus b, a square plus ab plus b square, a square plus 2ab plus b square. Social science is not this. With every wrong, the answer starts losing marks, and after this you would not even read it further. Do we get that? Good. The strength of this person is presentation. Strength of this person is structuring. Good. What is not so good? Concepts. Specificity. What is specificity? The vocabulary of the subject, the correctness, the language of the subject, that is not there. And third thing, what is not there? Brevity. Brevity का मतलब सीधा जो पूछा है उसकी बात करें, ये फैला के ना लिखें. Do we get that? So who are these two people you don't know? Can you treat yourself as these people? Whosoever is listening to me, you've given half an hour to this. When you're writing the answer, it is not important that you wrote the answer. It is important that from what you saw from the answer, what you saw is missing in the answer, you learn from it. So पिछले वाले ने तो कोई structure नहीं की थी. This is the quality of this answer should be there. When we are looking at the intro part of it, should have tried. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, that. But if you are just going to stretch teachers, class, words and all those things, सब मिस हो जाता है. इनको कहा जाता है general answer which don't carry substance. So please इसलिए कहा था material भी डाला है, उसको जरूर करिए. अब portalization, horizonation और इतना सारा इन्होंने लिखा सब कुछ और 12 conclusion तो कुछ भी नहीं लिखा है. अब इनकी कोशिश क्या थी? सिर्फ कंटेंट को खत्म करना है. I want to tell you 200 words. ये तो 200 words नहीं, तो लिखते जा रहे 4 pages का आंसर. Do we get that? 4 pages answer for 200 words. Is it a right answer that way? Another, I need to point out all the things which can be improved in the next answer. So मैंने क्या बोला? What is missing? Brevity is missing. What is brevity? Nothing to do with brevity. Brevity means precision. जो पूछा वही. Crisp answer वो नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि आपके पास आपके नोट्स हैं. नोट्स में आप इकट्ठा कर रहे हो, उसको बना रहे हो, वही चीजें आपने बुक पढ़ी होती. स्पेसिफिक लाइन, स्पेसिफिक टर्म्स कैन मेक योर थिंग्स इजी. डू वी गेट दैट? This is my 4th subtopic that I'm talking about. Climatology, we tried one answer writing. The class did not do well. Then we went to geomorphology. The class did not do well. Get that? Oceanography, we started doing that answer. Then I started showing you the structure. You started seeing the structure. Now you are supposed to apply that for this answer. The class chooses to be lazy. And 2 people who have tried it, they probably did not follow. Either they did not attend the previous discussions. They have just written it freestyle, and freestyle में ये normal है. ये mistakes होना तो ये mistakes हो गई. That's okay. So I hope you would not repeat these mistakes. So this is for the people who have done this, and for people who wish to do it. Well, I would say learn from this. That's what I can say. इसलिए भी like it's not a wise idea to invite answers at this stage. At this stage, it is not important to invite answers क्योंकि आप लोग क्या करने वाले हैं? आप लोग अपने ही उसमें हैं. But how does it stop you? How does it stop you from not writing? अभी अगर ये status है तो कैसे आगे बढ़ेंगे? So the one which I've shared, the person says that I think I'm not able to express and produce what I learned in class. So the error is you're trying to reproduce what you learned in the class. You don't have to reproduce, you have to digest and write your own answers. Yes. So for practicing, I will write alternate days, short notes. I think it's practical. Not every day. Not every day. So this person has said, how would my strategy be? So I have written to him that I will talk about that in the class. So the answer is that if I am practicing, I'll write alternate days, short notes on those topics which are covered in the class by myself. After doing class, reading material. And no need, whether they're checked or not, that's okay. But I must develop that when you invite. I will submit them also. Yes. And I want to get away with the fear. What I can I write? So I think I'm okay. I'm absolutely with this. Good strategy. Baki log, as I've always said that there is no rocket science in geography. So if you're just happy that I understood everything, well, that may not be a very, very good approach. Okay, that. So that is that. And मैंने यहाँ सब कुछ straight face बता दिया. But this is my feedback. So you don't know anyone who you don't know कौन किसके आंसर है. तुमको तो कोई टेंशन है नहीं. And I've just said it straight away that this is the strength, this is the weakness. I think that is an objective thing. अब उसमें you say no आप गुस्सा हो जाते हो उसमें ये वो भाई गुस्सा नहीं है. जो चीज missing है वो मैंने बता दिया. I'm not angry. I'm just saying that presentation and structuring is okay. The concept, the vocabulary, those were missing. Yes. Manish is saying answer should be written in own words or whatever I read in PDF, sir. So I don't know, Manish, what is your level here? Because your level of questions are mostly your level of questions are that of 12th pass. So are you a graduate or not? Because sometimes it happens. I'm talking to a kid. तो हो जाता है. Yes. So what graduation is that, Manish? What graduation is that? You say you are a graduate. No, what graduation is there? I know last year. I know people who graduated in lockdown. They never went to the college. क्या graduation है भाई? BA क्या हुआ आपने? तो you tell me, BA को छोड़ देते हैं because of the lockdown you did not go to the college. That is not count college. School में, since you are saying BA, were you writing answers in school? Yes or no? Were you using your own language plus some language or phrases from books? Were you doing that in school or not? Everyone who's listening to me, when you write answers, do you write answers in your language? But if you like something, some phrases, do you use those terms there? Everyone has done that. Manish, आपने भी क्या स्कूल में किया या नहीं किया? Did you do that or not? वही करना है. Same thing has to be done. Now, if your question is, sir, what should be the percentage of my language 10% and book how much 80% or my language 80% book 20%? Then I would say this is a question which any serious person, any serious teacher would say that this is time waste. Then you will say, sir, आप angry हो गए? Come on, यार. मतलब ऐसा होता है? Is there a percentage in that? Anyone? Is there a percentage? How much words will you use? School, if you remember. Was there ever a percentage? So there will be people who will be mechanically looking at that also. But there were important phrases. There were important phrases. We used them directly. And did we memorize certain parts also? Did we memorize certain parts? Yes. We did memorize certain things. So memorize भी लिख देते थे. But there were certain things which we innovated there. Same thing is answer writing. इधर क्या हुआ है? This answer I can make out कि बहुत सारा book जो हमने study hand material दिया वो पढ़ा नहीं. Class के basis पे concept clarity this person is trying to write. And this person is probably going only on what is the books and notes. So that is what I am saying. And so one more thing, since Manish has asked this. Everyone tell me. Can the level of language of every student be different? Yes or no? True or not? It can be different. No? So maybe your language is expressive, grammatically correct, creative. Your language is weak, has errors, looks very mechanical patchwork of ideas. True? Possible? No? हो सकता है आपकी लैंग्वेज ऐसी हो? Perfect? You tell me. Who will finally score higher, A or B? Who will finally score higher? Sir, A will score higher. If you're already at A, congratulations. If you're not at A, do you know where you have to go? Do you know where you have to go? That's it. So in the examination, who clears? Well, I think AB clears. AB is also, level is okay. So what is AB? Still weaknesses are there. Some error is also there. I do agree. Because say, for example, you did not have a English background. You haven't written much. So those errors are there. You are not able to express all those things. But when it came to answer, your answer was original. It used the right things. It was able to express what is asked. It used yourself also and class also well. And it was able to do justice to the demand of the question. Marks will get. Is everyone okay? If you don't feel that I don't have the language of Shashi Tharoor, and you're wondering, oh my God, how will I clear this examination? You can clear. You don't need Shashi Tharoor's language. So now you're happy. Thank God. I was just thinking how, with Lalu Yadav's language, how can I clear? Ab main Lalu Yadav pe hi rahunga. Well, that is also not allowed. You can't say Lalu Yadav. You don't have to be Shashi Tharoor either. समझ में आ गया? अपनी language पे work करना है. So I just showed you some person having errors over there. I did not highlight those errors. I just pointed out errors. ठीक है? Second answer was not doing justice to the question. उसमें भी errors थे. So वो errors को भी सही करना है ना? So errors will be there of content as well as language. You have to work on that. If you work on that, things will work for you. ठीक है? Can just attending classes help you with this? No. One educator, two educator, 20, 100 educators. No. So it is something where we need to draw a line. Okay, this is my problem. Okay, I read it, but my retention is a problem. I'm not able to memorize it. Okay, do I have to memorize everything? Okay, this sentence I like. Why not? Have you seen there are so many people, baat pe they use quotable quotes. शायरी कर रहा होता है. Sometimes those people, do they look आकर्षक or not? Yes, do they look? Like we are like good. We are truly looking at them. Okay, so S. Jaishankar, our foreign minister, was talking to this lady from Europe who said we hope that India will cooperate in bringing Russia down and crippling Russia down in economic crisis, and I hope India will not take oil from Russia. So our foreign minister says, yeah, absolutely, we are absolutely in favor of there should be no unilateral thing. But as far as some reports I was reading that Europe has imported this much percentage of oil or this many million barrels of oil from Russia, which is more than pre-Russian war. True or not? Quotable quote. कन हंस तो लिया है ना, हंसने के लिए ठीक है, तो न्यूज तो वायरल हो गया था. Everyone is happy. Indians are very proud. देखा क्या तमाचा मारा, हमने क्या जवाब दिया. What great जवाब. Yes, and I'm sure your teachers would have already talked about it. I am not talking in that context. My context today is answer writing. Did that data, which S. Jaishankar was aware of, did it make his argument powerful? So I'm not asking you to laugh. I'm asking you to realize what he did in his spoken one. If you start doing it in your written one, it will make a difference. क्लास में जब टीचर बोलते शायरी के साथ मजा बहुत आता है, अरे साहब मजा कर दिए. And when I say such things, यार टीचर बहुत गुस्सा करता है. गुस्सा नहीं करना, आपको बता रहे. The sad part is after this you will quote me somewhere. Sachin sir was also talking. See, our foreign minister was able to set things. उनको औकात दिखा दिया. No, I am not talking in that context. I am talking in context of answer writing. I am very, very clear on that. That your answers, if they have these things, so this answer has that quality. This answer has tried to do this. So कुछ लोग, some fellow, he's been, failing for last 5 attempts. अभी भी वो मुझे मैसेज भेजता, मैं रिप्लाई भी नहीं करता उसको. He says these are girly things. अच्छी handwriting में, if we write in good handwriting, make diagrams and all, these are girly things, and the examiner likes girls. अच्छा ये भी है. You can imagine ये कहाँ से आता है. ये ऐसी जगह से आता है जिसको बेचारे ने कभी किसी लड़की ने मुस्कुरा के बात नहीं की होगी. ठीक है. Examiner like girls sir, so I am not passing, but girls I know. अच्छा, do they talk to you also? चल कोई बात नहीं. So their answers are poor than me, but वो फिर भी IAS बन गई. हाँ हाँ, वो ये कह रहे सर वो बन गई. The girls I knew, they did not know the answer, but because of these girly things, no. सर मैं गर्ली नहीं, मैं एकदम मैस्कुलिन हूँ. मेरे अंदर पुरुष है सर, पुरुष. ये वो करके आ रहा है. And he says that if I write good handwriting, if I write good sentence, if I draw drawings, that is girl. I am so happy. I am so happy that a person with this mindset is not in the bureaucracy. Do you get that? 5 attempt हो गए भाई. 5 mains. And I'm sure he will open up a coaching and say 5 mains. आपने देखा था YouTube चैनल? जो गलतियां मैंने की वो तुम मत करना. आओ मेरा YouTube चैनल. चंपक चौहान. सब सुन रहे चंपक चौहान. चंपक चौहान deep down knows कि लड़कियां पास हो रही हैं. And I heard it from a girl. She gave an interview and she's giving an interview again. And I really wish she is a very, very deserving girl. She says, sir, last time, no, sir, the girls who look better, उनको ज़्यादा marks दिए. Where do these things come? Imagine coming from a girl. Interview marks, they gave more. I said, how is it possible, बच्चे? आप तो marks में थे वैसे भी. पूर्वी सिंह मैंने भी सुना. सुनते रहो. Because 5 lakh people are talking. Get that? 50,000 people are preparing. Yes. 500 people are clearing. नहीं सर 700 हुआ. अरे वो 200 मैं गिन नहीं रहा हूँ. ये कोई बात नहीं कर रहे. ये लोग बात कर रहे हैं. अच्छा लड़की होती है. This girl, this teacher, सर की ये भक्त कैटेगरी वाला. सर के नोट से पास होता है. This app, okay, this test series. Why? Because this test series has given him job also, employment also. These 5 lakh people, they can also be a part of the troll army. Do we get that? So do we see these two answers and both the answers have their issues? Without being individual about those answers, can we treat them as samples? What is my suggestion to these two people? लिख लिया, अच्छा किया, throw them in the dustbin, no problem. Throw them in the dustbin. क्या दिक्कत है? Can we throw them in the dustbin? नहीं बनाएंगे ना, your own, no money in this. पकड़ा डस्टबिन में डाला, ठीक है. This was my learning phase. This was my learning phase. सब आंसर नहीं लिख पाए, लेकिन आपने थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन किया, तो आप क्या एक और चांस दे सकते हैं क्वेश्चन पे. सौरभ और मिलेंगे ना चांस. There will be more questions coming. I'm not ending the course. I'm not ending the course. Sir will tell me. You were not born in 1980. You were not there in 1983 when India won the World Cup under Kapil Dev. Do you regret that? You can still enjoy cricket even now, yes or no? But that was the first World Cup. It really, really made a huge, huge difference to sporting traditions in India. सब बदल गया था यार उससे. आप थे नहीं उधर. You were not there. अच्छा, you were not there in 1947 either. सर क्या एक और चांस मिल सकता है? सर एक बार किसी बड़ों को बुला दो. I want to call and say I want to fight that. हो गया ना. There are so many things in the country that we can fight for, can stand for. True or not? तो सर लिख नहीं पाए सर, एक मौका और मिले. तैयार दूसरा है. We are still continuing. आइडिया ये है, मौके पे आप चौका लगाएंगे कि नहीं. And please don't write for the sake of it. Again saying, don't miss the classes. Now this has been 40 minutes in this. Some people would have said, अरे यार 40 मिनट आज बर्बाद हो गए. And I'm sure people who are looking serious about this examination, they would have said, yeah, I missed an opportunity, but I will definitely not make these mistakes. And trust me, for me, why should I give 45 minutes in this? I can finish the syllabus and move on, no? और बाकी बीच में हंसते हंसते क्यों, कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है, बच्चों मजा आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? सर आ रहा है सर, एकदम लिख के बता दो जिसको मजा आ रहा है. So I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just saying that if you're growing in the process, good. चलिए, तो कौन से प्रोसेस पर थे हम? And I want everyone to please look at the material. रात को किसी ने शेयर भी किया था. I think somebody shared on the group also, and it was on that also. रात को मैंने डाल दिया था. I think around 9 o'clock I had put that. ठीक है. So Urvi had shared it on the group. Otherwise, that is in the update section also. So soil के this is the pedology. ये box item बनाया है. Do we get that? मनीष क्या लिख रहे हो? पेडोजिलेशन क्या लिख रहे हो? डायनासोर लिखना चाह रहे हैं क्या? सोच के लिखा करो मनीष, सोच के लिखा करो. टर्म तो पढ़ लो. पेडोजिलेशन क्या है? So there were these two boys, okay, Hindi medium boys. So they were talking to each other. So one Hindi medium boy who was not very good at English, he told his friend, see, I can understand. बेटा अभी भी पेडोजिलेशन ना गलत है मनीष, कहने के बाद भी तेरा सही नहीं होता, एक बार में नहीं होता भाई. So मुझे नहीं पता तुमने क्या लिखा हुआ है. देखो बाकी लोगों ने लिख दिया पोर्टोलाइजेशन, पोर्टोल समझिए. पेडोजिलेशन से पेडोजिलेशन ऐसा नहीं है, पोर्टोलाइजेशन. रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं मनीष, इस चीज को पकड़ लो. बेकार में ऐसा स्कूल का ट्यूशन मत बनाओ इसको. कई बार कह दिया, फिर ये हो जाएगा कि आई वुड नॉट आंसर. आपके क्वेश्चन नहीं आंसर करूंगा, क्या फायदा हो. So there are these two boys who are talking to each other. So one Hindi medium boy tells the other boy that, you know what, I understand English. I can write also English, but I cannot pronounce it. My pronunciation is poor. Hear that? So two Hindi speaking people talking to each other. So he tells the other fellow, मेरा pronunciation खराब है. Now the other fellow is listening, he suffers from the same pain. So the problem is he also suffers, but he can't even say pronunciation. So मेरा भी वही वाला खराब है, जो तू बोल रहा है वही वाला खराब है, बाकी सब मेरा ठीक है. Everything is okay. The same thing which you said just now, that is there. So Manish, start respecting the words. Bache, this is the terminology. These are the terminologies. If there is some weakness, I understand it will go, but we need to take the right dawai or not. So 2 times you're writing it, you are typing it, and that too you're typing it wrong. So please pay attention to that. And again saying, ये material नहीं होगा आपके पास, मैं guarantee दे रहा हूँ. ये material आपने उतारा ही नहीं. आप class से चल रहे हो, and class में whatever you wrote down, because I wrote with my handwriting, probably in my handwriting, I wrote podzolization, you wrote it pen. रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं. दैट इज व्हाई आई ऑलवेज से नो बुक होना चाहिए, और बुक मैंने लाके दे दिया. आई एम गिविंग यू दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. So this page was about pedologists. So what are soil colloid, what is soil color and texture, soil structure, mineral and soil. This is that page. This page is only for reference, okay. Don't unnecessarily mug it up. ये बॉक्स में बनाया मैंने इसलिए पेज, आप देखेंगे बाकी पेजेस आर नॉट इन बॉक्सेस. दिस इज अ बॉक्स आइटम. Okay, that in this there is a very nice way of showing the components of soil. What is the components of soil? Say for example, sand, silt, clay. 3 चीज होती है soil में. So if you read this, you will find that it is about sand, silt and clay. And I am very sure, looking at your participation, कल की क्लास का अटेंडेंस भी देखकर मुझे बहुत क्लियर है कि भाई हो गया, बहुत हमने कर लिया, अब हम इससे ज्यादा इंटेग्रिटी मेंटेन नहीं कर सकते, इतना थोड़ी पढ़ने वाले थे. So the teacher is teaching also and giving the material also. बुक वो पढ़ी नहीं है, बस क्लास में आए. So I am just saying, take this. So this is the silt graph. 0% silt, 100% silt. That is the amount of silt that can be there in a soil. 0 to 100. Similarly, sand can be 0 to 100, either 0 or 100. Similarly, clay can also be 0 and 100, 0% or 100%. Now I want to classify the soil. I say the soil of desert soil are these. Sandy soil. Can I say that? Sandy soil means what? Mostly sand. 80% is sand. And what are other? Silt and clay. वो उसमें ग्राफ में आ जाएगा. Yes or true? If I'm looking at the black soil, where will the black soil comes? They are more towards clay. Remember, clay content ज्यादा होता है, sticky when wet. And if I say Sundarban Delta, where will it be? Sundarban Delta, silty. Yes. So silt क्या है? Fine. Sir, इनमें अंतर क्या होता है? Particle size. Sir, what is particle size? Yesterday we wrote also. Otherwise यहाँ पे लिख के दे दिया आपको. International scale है clay, silt, sand, fine, coarse and gravel. अच्छा, gravel कहाँ पर होगा? Where can I find gravelly soil? Everyone tell me, where will I find gravelly soil? So gravel क्या होता है? इससे भी पता चल जाएगा. Anyone who can make some guesses कि अच्छा, this is the line which is going over there. What is gravel? छोटे छोटे टुकड़े. So probably at the foothills of the mountain when the river comes down, so it will have gravel. Gravel मतलब छोटे छोटे टुकड़े. सर्वेश्वर थार में क्यों होगा? मेरी समझ में नहीं आया, आपकी भी समझ नहीं आ रही. अच्छी बात नहीं है कि आपने कल की क्लास फिर समझी नहीं. ये यहाँ पे दिखाई दे रहा है. अगर कोई भी ध्यान देगा तो यहाँ पे ग्रेवल का मतलब पत्थर ही बनेगा. पत्थर, रेत, मिट्टी और क्ले. आप कह रहे हो थार में मिलेगा, क्यों मिलेगा पत्थर? मुझे नहीं पता ग्रेवल. बट मैंने वही कहा ना, स्टूडेंट तो सभी लेवल के बैठे हुए हैं. इन्विटेशन है टू रेज द लेवल. एंड हाउ कैन द लेवल बी रेज्ड? थोड़ा सा तो मटेरियल पढ़ेंगे. तो सॉइल टेक्सचर, परसेंटेज सैंड, कैन यू सी दिस? परसेंटेज सिल्ट, परसेंटेज क्ले. नाउ व्हेन आई लुक एट दिस, ये तो बड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग लगता है. यस और नो? सो व्हाट डिड आई डू? आई मेड एन इजी वन फॉर यू. दिस इज व्हाट डायग्राम्स आर. इजी डायग्राम्स फ्रॉम दोस डिफिकल्ट वंस. Okay, which soil do you think would be in the alluvial plains of North India? One term which would answer that. अगर मैं कहूँ इनमें से North Indian plain. See, if someone is having some mind and application, he would not say this. Akshay saying laterite. मतलब अक्षय को तो कुछ सोच ही नहीं. Akshay, did you read what is laterite? What is laterite? अरे भाई, there will be a mix of this. There will be a mix of these. Yes. If I go towards the coastal areas, there will be a more silty wala. If I go towards the black soil area, Bihar mein, remember we have that Rajmahal hills. So is taraf ko ho jayega. If I go towards Haryana, wo is taraf ko ho jayega. Just telling you how to use a triangle. Akshay, now don't write loam. Okay. A mixture of the three is the best. A good mixture of the three is called loam. If the loam is in Haryana, it will be what kind of a loam? Sandy loam. Do you understand? If I'm looking at Kaveri Delta, Kaveri ke paas, Kaveri coastal plain, what will it be? Silty loam. Yes. So that's what we are talking about. So did we learn words like sand, loam, silt, clay, and mix of them? ये हमारे आंसर्स में आना चाहिए. Where will it come from? From this page, the words in this page. But I want to tell you, there are many people. Why am I talking about my material? Is because I do it with all responsibility. If I don't upload the material, then there is this thing. Material नहीं है for optional. What do we do? If I load the material, then we don't have the ability to process that. फिर क्या करेंगे? अभी soil colloids, remember soil colloids? I said in colloidal suspension, either in solution, leaching happens in solution or colloidal suspension. Soil colloids are important because their surface attracts soil nutrients, which are in the form of ions dissolved in soil water. Colloid surface tend to be negatively charged because of that molecular structure that attracts soil positively charged and ions. Without that ion holding ability, the soil colloid must drop vital nutrient and all that. Sir, ये समझ नहीं, I did not understand, sir, this negative charge and positive charge. Giving material is dangerous, no? Sir, I did not understand positive and negative charge. First of all, only for reference. Okay, that. Second thing is, when there is water, and in that water column, if there is these particles which are suspended, इनको क्या बोलेंगे? Colloidal suspensions. They are charged, and on them nutrients attach: nitrogen, phosphorus, nitrogen, potassium. That's what they're saying. I don't know any other chemistry. That's it. Are they good for me now? Are they good? They are good. And if they attach, and if leaching is happening, what will happen to the nutrients? So they will go down. They will go down. That's all they're saying. But अभी क्या होगा? Sir, negative ions and positive ions I did not understand. Did you understand any chemistry in the school? वो भी नहीं समझे थे. आज geography में कर रहे. So first of all, many of you not looked at this. So I just thought of showing you. Now you would come and say, sir, this diagram is very complex, sir. I did not understand this. Do we see a simple diagram? Like soil is a mix of many things, and it starts from big ones, boulders, cobbles, pebbles, gravels. उसके बाद sand, silt, very very fine. इतनी सी बात हो रही. ये सब क्या है? Coarse. ये क्या है? Fine. And you saw in clay also there can be coarse clay and fine clay. Sorry, sand में भी हमने देखा sand can be fine sand and coarse sand. So sand is a line in between. This side is coarse. Again saying, if you are getting into a subject, if you are having a subject of medical science or engineering science, would you need that vocabulary or not? Your own English vocabulary is weak. You don't know anything about geography, and you're asking me, sir, do we use their language or my language? Are a person who doesn't have his or her language, that person will be thinking of doing this, no, and then you will copy it without mind. So what will happen? Mindless copy will be caught. वो दिख भी जाएगा. Can we catch it or not? We can very well catch it. I'm saying, this is the time. Can you, after the class, give some time and write something on nature of soil, properties of soil? So texture, something like this. pH, something like this. Color, something like that. Colloidal suspension, something. One sentence if you have, the job is done. And the danger of dictation. The danger of dictation. If I dictate everything, the danger of dictation. This is the danger of dictation. We write whatever is dictated. We think, oh, now why do I need this? I too understood. I am smart. I understood everything. I don't need to look at the book. फिर वो यहाँ गड़बड़ होने लगता है. Is everyone with me on this? So request is, a smart student will make a mix of the class as well as some reading and whatever you learnt in your school days. थोड़ा सा तो processing करेंगे. And there are things which you can skip but understand them broadly. Say for example, we need not go into the chemistry of colloids. What is negatively charged? To what extent is negatively charged? It's just that they are charged ions and they are able to attract and hold the nutrient particles together. Is everyone with me on this? Clear? So that is there. Yes, we were on the process. Soil forming process, weathering was done. Translocation was done. Organic change was done. Lateralization was done. Desilication was done. Desilication is also called as ozolization. Is everyone with me on this? We were left with glaying and horizonation. We were left with glaying and horizonation. So I don't know whether you read it or not. थोड़ा सा पढ़ना चाहिए था. अगर नहीं पढ़ा है, तो I am again inviting. Please read it. Don't leave it for the next day. Glay. Glaying comes from a Polish word. Poland का word है. Polish term. Polish is from Poland. एक बार ये भी तो डर लगने लगा है कि students know that or not. So Poland, Polish. Polish word G-L-E-J. And this means G-L-E-J or glay. This means muddy ground with some water-logged condition. कीचड़ वाला, कीचड़ दलदली. If I may say that it is having that glay horizon or the water-logged soil. Do you get that? So glay horizon or glaying happens in soils. And where will glaying happen? Quickly, where will glaying happen in the world? Okay, marshy, swampy area, marshy lands, swampy areas. What else? Where else? Can I say places where water table is high? Water table is high. Now, not necessarily canals will be this thing swampy. अगर डेजर्ट में है नहर तो पानी तो नीचे चला जाएगा ना, सूख के चला जाएगा. ऐसा जल भराव का क्षेत्र, places where there is some water. सौरभ बोला सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट, क्यों सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट? Why sewage treatment plant will have laying water log? If it's a treatment plant, I'm sure you know, if man-made plant ही है तो फिर ड्रेनेज भी बना के रखेगा, कुछ तो करो यार जबरदस्ती. Who said sewage treatment plant is water logged? Who said? Where does this logic come to you? If somebody is investing in sewage treatment plant after treating, will they stop that? Come on. So it can be near a water body, near a natural water body like a pond, like a lake. Yes. So nearby my house you see, so that is what I am saying. So ऐसा नहीं है कि this is a rule. Sewage treatment plant means waterlogged area. नहीं होता है, गलत बना है, ठीक है. आपके घर के पड़ोस में गलती हो गई तो ये थोड़ी कि दुनिया में हम ये बोलेंगे कि sewage treatment plants are the places where that will happen. Do we get that? So this is what we are talking about. So there are certain areas in the world. There are certain areas in the world where the level of water table is high. Level of water table is high. So now such a soil, say for example, I make a column of the soil. Okay. The soil is having permeable particles. Water goes down, water collects. This is the soil top layer. This is the top layer of the soil. Is everyone okay? Normal leaching happens and everything happens. But imagine if the soil water layer is so close to the surface. It is so close to the surface that this is the layer up to which water is there. Now, is it a problem or not? The plant roots will also not work over here. Yes or no? No plant would like submergence. Yeah, चाहिए होगा submergence. Would the plant like submergence to happen? So if you put your hand too much into water for an hour or two, जिस दिन होली भी खेलते हो उस दिन पानी में हाथ भीगा रहे, you know, like your hand is wet, does your skin wrinkle or not? So we don't want all the time water logging to happen. So now what is happening is this excess water is not drained. So such a situation is called as poor drainage. Do we get that? Poor drainage. Sometimes the wash basin gets choked. Yes or no? Wash basin gets choked. Can I say there is a problem of drainage there? What do? You put a stick or a pump on that and you know push air through it. It cleans up and the water goes out. It gets drained. Do we get that? So generally it happens when the land is having no slope, when the land is not having any slope. In such areas, there is a tendency for water to become stagnant. And if rain falls, imagine if rain falls, what will happen to the water table? It will rise up. So rainy season will become more like this. So somebody gave an example of Tarai belt in India. Rivers coming from the mountains and coming on the plain. Mountain to plain, that's the place where they slow down. And that is called the Tarai belt. Is everyone okay with that? So that is there. So that is what we're talking about. Glaying horizon. So please write down. Glaying is a process. Glaying is a process that happens. In areas. That happens in areas with poor drainage. And water-logged conditions. Poor drainage and water-logged conditions. It is a situation where the water table is not only close to the surface. But also keeps fluctuating in between seasons. So what will happen is, everyone, so this is the dry season. But when rain falls, the water table comes here. What is this? This is the rainy season. Is everyone okay? First of all, water table is high. Second is it has come up also. Do we get that? Now iron, when it combines with oxygen, gives ferrous oxide. Excess oxygen gives ferric oxide. Do we get that? Less oxygen, more oxygen. Ferrous and ferric. Is everyone okay? So here it remains ferrous oxide. Here sometimes ferrous, sometimes ferric. Is everyone okay? When it is submerged under water, अगर पानी में है तब तो anaerobic हो गया ना, less oxygen. If it is in contact with the atmospheric oxygen, will there be more oxygen or not? True or not? Is everyone okay? So the more it remains under water logging conditions, it says ferrous. But agar water नीचे चला गया, so there is more available of oxygen to the soil from the surface, then it will turn into ferric. I want to tell you, ferric oxide is red in color. Ferric oxide is red in color. So how would the soil look like? How would the soil look like? Red. Okay. So I want to tell you. Let us look at this. Let us see how many of you are able to understand this. Can I say this is the zone of permanent saturation? Can I say that this is about intermittent saturation? With me on this? Permanent and intermittent. Intermittent means in the rainy season, saturation, dry season there. So which season is it red? Which season is it red? अरे बच्चे rainy season में तो it is ferrous. सोचो तो सही. Rainy season में तो the water is high, so it is again ferrous. So when the water goes down, then it is red. True or not? So in the dry season, it is red. In the wet season, what will happen? The water will come, it will turn anaerobic. Once again, ferric will turn back to ferrous. Okay? Is okay, everyone? So I want to tell you that it is neither red, ever fully red hota hi nahi hai. It has patches of red. What does that tell me? Patches of red. Means you never allow, the whole of it never converts to ferric. Some places where water is there, that is still ferrous, no color, and other places it is red. Do we get that? Patches of red. And those patches are called the clay patches or the red patches. Is everyone okay? In the dry, imagine. In the dry, it became all red. Suppose, let's assume. But there will be some places where water is still logged. So will there be red with places of no red? True. And then rain comes, the water again goes up. So the red which was there, most of it will turn back normal, but will be thoda sa to reh jayega, slightly higher one. So it is intermediate and it is having many red patches. This is the characteristic of clay one. Okay? Now when the leaves fall, leaves वगैरह सब fall करेंगे. The problem is that when the leaves fall, पानी में, they are just getting collected over there. पानी में सड़ रहे. There is no, like we are not looking at manure formation. Manure formation इतनी आसानी से नहीं हो रहा. So lot of dead and decaying organic matter. So whatever organic matter is there, it is dead and decaying. So bacterial activity, because when it is waterlogged, so generally not much aerobic activities are happening, anaerobic conditions. So कई बार वो disintegrate भी नहीं होता. So it becomes one area of lot of humus, not humus, I would say organic content. Yes. And there is a permanent saturation zone. There is an intermittent saturation zone. In the intermittent saturation zone, what is happening? Some ferrous is converting to ferric, some ferric is converting to ferrous. So some patches of red are created in that. Is everyone okay? If you did not understand much chemistry of this, can you simply reduce your understanding to one thing? जहाँ पानी रुक जाता है, too much of water, and if you put your hands or feet or biological material into water, वो सड़ने लगता है ना? That is what is glaying. Do we understand glaying or not? True. And as you rightly said, marshes, swampy, water table areas, near ponds, lakes, that is there. And though I did not agree with the sewage wala, sewage plant ke paas hota hai, but I do agree that areas where human beings have over irrigated, areas where human beings have made city, but they forgot to give it a slant, they forgot to give it a slope. So that can happen. Areas where their old lakes are there, mountain lakes, remember mountain lakes can have, mountain is there and then there is a flat area in which the lake is there. So those flat areas can be there. Get that? Purvi mountain and valley region, nahi, Purvi mountain will not have that, no? Mountain mein to slope hai. Sneha is saying delta. Well, Sneha, it can be delta region provided, like we are looking at where it is meeting and where water logging is happening. True. Where the water table is there, glaying can happen. Is everyone okay? So I'm just saying that I just rejected mountain, which Purvi has said. I'm okay with flat valleys also. I'm okay with flat valleys, poor drainage, but mountain I'm rejecting because mountain mein to slope hai na, automatically slope hai. So glaying is a process where there is no slope. Glaying is a process where groundwater level is coming closer. So rainy areas, can I say heavy rain areas? Heavy rain areas also. So that's what we're talking about. Glaying, but उसमें एक चीज हमेशा याद रखनी है, there should be poor drainage, poor slope. Is everyone with me? Poor drainage और slope आपको पता होनी चाहिए. Done? Perfect. So I have a glass of water. There is water in it. Get that? There is suspended mud in it. Water and mud and sand in it. Water, mud and sand. Can you see sand particles are bigger? And I'm shaking it. So is it a mixture or not? So I let it be undisturbed, what will happen? What will happen? So layering will happen. Why layering will happen? Deepshika sand will settle. क्यों mud नहीं settle करेगी Deepshika? और सर्वेश्वर कह रहा water comes up. Everyone does water come up or the sand go down? सोचो जो words use कर रहे हो, those words would mean things. No. Why would the water come up? Water would not come up. Water will stay there. बच्चे कुछ भी. Water. Sir, what is wrong in that? अरे भाई, wrong language. Just that. Water will come up. Settling of sand at the bottom. Okay, first sand will settle. Then mud will be there, and whatever volume is left, all that volume would be water. ठीक है? मान लिया. So this is our glass, and in our glass these things are there. 1, 2, 3. So why did they settle differently? Why did this happen? Because of which force? Which physical force was causing this to happen? So weight and gravity. Okay. So gravity. Do you know this was density differentiation? Density. So denser things come down faster. Less dense and third dense. So nothing is going up. एक ऊपर चला जाएगा है ही नहीं. It is just the denser things will go and it will displace the other. It will displace the other. So density and displacement is happening. So that's that. Is everyone okay? So can I say a force can segregate things? Can I say that gravity caused dynamism in the glass? Though I was not moving the glass. Nobody was moving the glass, but within the glass movements were happening. And who was causing them? Who was causing them? Gravity. Can I drink this water? Can I drink this water? So today you cannot drink, but in the past, when people were taking water from the river, तब कर लेते थे कि नहीं कर लेते थे? इसको क्या कहा जाता है? Decantation. Have you heard the process called decanting? Decantation. If the water is not having germs and all those things, so पानी में जो भी हो गया, पी लेते हैं ऊपर से. पीते हैं नहीं पी सकते ना? So that is called decantation. Simple. Everyone understood? Now, this decanted solution, सब बन गया. Everyone please pay attention. So initially, what was the glass? Glass was muddy, sandy. Yes or no? Muddy, sandy water. Muddy, sandy water turned into calm, clean water layer above sand and mud. ठीक है? ये तो याद आ गया. Now what I do is I put a burner. Beneath this, and this burner में I have flame. What will happen to the glass? Will the clean water layer still continue, or will some changes happen? People who are confused, तो कभी किया नहीं experiment. Have you boiled tea at home? चाय की पत्ती क्या होने लगती है? So it will start moving up. फिर से कचरा will start no? Will start mixing. And either definitely evaporation will happen. We understand. True. This time who is the driver? Last time gravity was driver. This time who is the driver? Sir, heat is the driver. Okay, heat and heat exchange through convection. Is everyone okay? So you're very good at science here. Heat and gravity. So that means if there are forces in a glass of water, though the glass of the water is constant, but a lot of drama can happen within the glass. Yes, sir? Can it happen? Now I'm talking about soil. Soil is the glass. Though the soil remains stagnant where it is, but within the soil, will there be a lot of drama? Will there be a lot of drama? Who are the driving forces? Who are the driving forces in the soil? Tell me. Who are the forces? So sun's heat. Okay. Sun's heat. So gravity. So how sun's heat? Well, sun's heat is water is not energy. Water is not a force. Water is not a force. Gravity is a force. Understand? Heat is a force. Water may be an agent. Heat and gravity. So what is heat causing? Heat is causing the things which are there. They will move up. Yes, sir. And gravity is causing things which can move to move down. And what can move? Water can move. With water, can solid things move? Yes, sir, as solution or as colloidal suspension. Can they move up or down or not? So they will move up and down. True. They will move. Now somebody said earthworm. So say earthworm is not a force. Earthworm may be an agent. Earthworm changes the texture of the soil. I understand. So I'm not talking about texture of the soil or something. I'm saying what forces. Is the soil free of forces? You are saying no. There are two forces: heat and gravity is there. Because of gravity, whatever the earthworm does, something will either go down or come up. Gravity will pull things down, and heat will pull things up. We need an agent. What is the agent? Water is the agent. If water was not there, the problem. If water was not there, then it's a problem. Then that movement won't happen. Some gases will move, but that is very less. Do we understand? Now tell me, if water is moving up and down, then along with that, soil, minerals, materials, colloids are moving up and down. If they're moving up and down, the process of translocation is working or not? Translocation. So what happened? Finer things were moving down. But there was an earthworm on the top. He's converting coarse thing into fine. So that fellow is also acting. He's also acting. He's an actor. Not a force, but an actor. Yes or no? So someone is changing the texture of soil. Someone is changing the pH of soil whenever soil is there. And someone is causing movements within the soil. On top, leaves are falling. Litter is there. Litter is undergoing organic change. Humification. Yes. Mineralization. Will the things change or not? Will the soil have water in the rainy season? More rain. If the soil is waterlogged, then glaying can happen. Yes or no? Glaying can happen or not? Waterlogging can happen. ये जो छोटा सा area ना everyone, this area which experiences like intermittent आ रहा है जा रहा है, this is called gley horizon, where red color and no red color happens. No, so gley horizon can be created. अच्छा, can hard band be created? Can a hard band be created in where? Leached area. Which regions? Podzolization regions, where sesqui oxides are taken down, and salts can come up in the desert region. Can that be there? So can I say, because of all this drama, soil is never a homogeneous region. Rather, through processes of translocation, capillary action, other soil forming processes, gradually over a period of time, soil develops layers. This process is called horizonation, and these layers are called horizons. Did I make myself clear? What is horizonation? Why it is happening? Horizonation is happening because there is a process. And because of that, eventually the soil will be divided into horizons. Horizons are layers. Say, for example, can I say this is the layer where litter is falling and it is decaying? So can I say this layer would be more biotic? This is where the parent material is. This is the broken parent material which has started breaking, but it is still big. And then there are coarser ones, then there are finer ones. Yes or no? Can I say this is more abiotic? Soil is a mix of biotic and abiotic, but can I say that this is a chance of the organic layer? Yes, this is parent material. Can I say this is a disintegrated parent material? तो अपने आप बन जाएगा. और बीच में this is the natak region where alluviation is happening in A and alluviation is happening here and alluviation is happening here. True or not? Capillary action can also happen. ऊपर जो जा रहा है वो capillary कर रहा है. True or not? And then there are other agents, as somebody said, earthworm, burrowing animals, root wedging, all those things are there. Is everyone with me? So horizonation is a natural process. वो होगा ही होगा. और क्यों हो रहा है? I hope you understand why horizonation is happening. Because soil is a dynamic layer. Soil is not just stone. It is having a lot of these things. And imagine, जितना ज़्यादा process मिलेगा soil को, will it help in enriching the soil? Will it help in maturing the soil? True or not? And through agriculture, are we sort of attacking the top layer, organic layer, and the A layer? We are extracting everything from it. We need to give time for the bottom ones to come up. We need to see if there is something on the top, it should go down. And we are so restless. That if the teacher is not teaching us at the pace we want, we will take PDF from others. Yes. So if the land is not giving us nutrients, तो हम क्या करेंगे? We will bring nutrients from others, be it chemical nutrients. We will add fertilizers. थोड़ा सा धैर्य धरो. Yes, sir. I don't even know what is less in that. So the problem is you did not even have concept clarity, but you are unnecessarily writing answer every day. Every day you write the answer, the teacher says, no, not good, not up to the mark. You are losing confidence also. The problem is concept clarity should be there. Yes, sir. So what is there? My soil is not fertile. I add urea, nothing happens. Next day, more urea, nothing happens. Then I start doubting the urea. I'm saying this is like electronic voting machine or what? Button कहीं भी दबाओ, vote वही रहेगा. क्या हो रहा है इसमें? कुछ गड़बड़ है. True or not? So then the government says, भाई EVM पे भरोसा करो, do not doubt EVM. The problem is your soil does not have a shortage of urea. It does not have a shortage of nitrogen. Your soil has a shortage of phosphate. Then you say, no, EVM is wrong. अरे ये soil health card, look at this, EVM is okay, no problem. Supreme Court has also said, trust the EVM. रोना बंद करो. Please have a look at this. Your soil health card says you have given excess of urea. उससे कुछ नहीं होगा. Save money on urea. Then you realize, oh my God, democracy सिर्फ मशीन पे नहीं चलती है. Democracy के लिए opposition के पास कुछ होना चाहिए कि नहीं होना चाहिए. Yes. And politicians should be on the road also. होना चाहिए कि नहीं? So that is there. और आप लोग भी क्लास के अलावा भी कुछ और भी होना चाहिए. There's a lot of things, like the youth of the country should participate in the matters of the country, and with the ruling as well as with the opposition, we must be able to negotiate what we want. We must convey to both of them. Opposition को भी बताओ कि कैसे opposition करना चाहिए. Yes, सारा काम महुआ मोइत्रा करेंगे तो कैसे करेंगे? महुआ मोइत्रा को साड़ी भी सिलेक्ट करनी होती है. Yes or no? बंगाल को रिप्रेजेंट भी करना है. आधे लोग तो ये देख रहे हैं इस बार महुआ मोइत्रा ने ये वाली साड़ी पहनी, कितनी अच्छी पहनी. Yes or no? And then महुआ मोइत्रा is speaking in very fluent English. आधे रूलिंग पार्टी अंग्रेजी समझती नहीं है. They are just fighting. आपने स्पीकर को कैसे बोल दिया? स्पीकर को कैसे बोल दिया? कैसे बोल सकता है स्पीकर को? स्पीकर भी मजे ले रहा है. Yes or no? So nobody is interested in oratory also. Think about it. So that's what we are talking about. Your opposition, your leaders, everyone should be there. They should not be about like whether it's Ramzan or whether it's Navratri. उस पे भी fight कर रहे हैं. Which religion has taught you? And those are the like times where everything, all acceptance, all brotherhood. That is what we are saying. उधर बोल रहा है कि व्रत रख लो. Yes, both of them are fasting. The Hindus are fasting, the Muslims are fasting. Then who's fighting on the roads? A fight on loudspeaker. उसका राज ठाकरे का कोई और पॉलिटिकल रोजी रोटी नहीं चल रही है, तो he started talking about loudspeakers only. कि चल बे लाउडस्पीकर पे ये करें. True or not? And in between, you know, like poor people, they with all their devotion, हिंदू डिवोशन, मुस्लिम डिवोशन, वो सारी डिवोशन को छोड़ छाड़ के आप ये सब मुद्दे लगा रहे हो, कोई मतलब नहीं है उसका. So that is a mockery of the religion and what we are talking about. So that really makes it very sad. But people see opportunity at this time कि फेस्टिवल आ रहा है, तो फेस्टिवल पे तो जरूर कुछ कांड करना है. And the common man, for the joy of the festival for common man, where choti, you know, after pandemic, people already are seeing so many hardships. Yes or no? So many hardships. छोटे मोटे joys मिलते हैं through the religion and all those things. This is something that unites us. Such a beautiful thing. Why spoil it, yaar? But then they will do. That's where we must talk to the oppositions also, to the Raj Thakres also. हमें ये मुद्दा नहीं चाहिए भाई, opposition करनी ढंग के और मुद्दे पर करो. And to the ruling party also, what we are talking about, our issues should be there. Yes. So that is what we are talking about. So without being political, be the responsible youth that the country needs. और अभी तो आप अपने आंसर ही सही नहीं लिख पा रहे हो. How would you create your arguments? Mama Moitra comes with a lot of homework or not? She does answer writing, yes or no? Speech लेकर आती कि नहीं आती? Poor thing, she was just quoting, you know, speaker sir, you last time told me that you are not this thing. Speaker ने मुझे ले लिया, क्या करूँ? So this is the whole debate thing was also, you know, taken on this. True. चलिए. Horizonation. कुछ लिखेंगे horizonation तो please write down for horizonation. Horizonation refers to creation of horizons. Creation of horizons or horizontal layers. Horizonation refers to creation of horizon or horizontal layers within a vertical section of soil. Within the vertical section of soil. A horizon is that horizontal layer. A horizon refers to the horizontal layer within a soil column. Horizontal layer within a soil column. Horizontal layer within a soil column having characteristic physical, chemical. Having characteristic physical, chemical, organic, physical, chemical and organic. Physical, chemical and organic. Structure and composition. Is everyone okay? So this is there, and I would want everyone to try and make a soil horizon. अभी बनाएंगे. Quickly draw this. पहले बना लेंगे जल्दी से. Can you see this, everyone? Then I'll explain this. OO, A1, A2. Are you able to read it or not? Sir, it's in the slide. Why should I make it? अरे बना लो, इसीलिए जरूरी है. O1, O2, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, Solum, C and R. Quickly make it. 1 minute. So let us look at this complex looking structure, which sort of has many things. So the O layer is the top layer, which I talked about. This is the organic layer. O layer is the organic layer. Is everyone okay? So what does it have? Loose leaves. जो अभी गिरा है, fresh leaves, those are there, undecomposed. And with time, what will happen? The layer beneath them, it will start decomposing. That is it. Now the juices, all the juices of the minerals and all that, what will happen? That will go down a dark colored horizon. So it will make the horizon darker. That layer will be darker of mixed mineral and organic matter. That is A1. Okay, that a light colored horizon of maximum alluviation. What is happening over here? Alluviation. नीचे जा रहा है. All those nutrients, if there is too much of water, what will happen? It will start going down. A3 is nothing. A3 is nothing transitional between A and B. B1 is nothing transitional between A and B. B2 is the place where mole reaches maximum accumulation of what? Clay material. Remember clay material? Colloids, they are coming down. Or sesquioxide. Remember sesquioxide? What was sesquioxide? वो aluminium and iron sesquioxide and organic matter. वो नीचे आ गया. That is that. So this is the B2 region. Get that? B3 is transitional to C, and this thing may be there, may not be there. So that's what we are talking about. So can I say this is alluviation? This is illuviation. What is C? C is the weathered parent material. What is R? R is the rock. So I created O in two levels, O1, O2. Is everyone clear on this? I hope you made that easy है. Box बनाना है, ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है. And if you saw this as horizon, this I said is O. This layer is A layer. This layer is B layer. This is C layer, and this is D layer. Everyone okay? So depending, like for a GS student, that is okay. For an optional student, we have broken it further and easy to remember. O1, O2, O2. O1 is leaf, O2 is disintegrated leaf, and the juices go inside. A1, the dark one, and then illuviation starts. A2, A3 is nothing transitional. B1 is transitional. B2 is illuviation, yes, and B3 is transitional. That is what we are talking about. Now, O, A, B, C, D. Are all of them soil, or only some part of it is soil in the true sense? Which one is soil in the true sense? That is my question. Which one is soil in the true sense? Ram is saying O is soil in true sense. Ram, your answer is totally wrong. I have written there biotic. पत्ती soil होती है, तो पत्ती लेके बैठ जाओ, उसी पे उगा लो जो उगाना. क्या बात कर रहे हैं? B is not soil. B is parent material. C is also not soil because C is broken parent material only. So both of them are biotic. So O and C and D are not soil. O, C and D are not soil. So somebody saying A1 is soil. So beta, if alluviation is soil, why illuviation will not be soil? A and B. These are the real soil. We call them solum. Solum means true soil. समझ में आ गया? अब आपको समझ में आएगा why solemn word is written over there. Do you understand solemn? What is solemn? Do you understand why O will not be soil? O is organic material here. And what is C and D? Inorganic. What is soil? A mix of both. Soil is a mix of both. Everyone clear? Cut out. सिंपल चीजें बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि इसको क्लियर कर लें. Everyone done? Okay, perfect. Now let us come to all the processes are over. Just have a look at all the processes. ठीक है नाम करें, जल्दी में लिख दिया था. ठीक है नाम आपको I hope clear हो गया. Quickly everyone, I am writing pedogenesis. Take a fresh sheet. Pedogenesis. Quickly, without me saying anything, can you complete this flow chart? Let us see, without looking at anything, quickly complete the flow chart, everyone. Jaldi se karo. Make the flow chart. Clear? Easy to remember. This is what pedogenesis is, and I said you will have to have the ability to write answers on that. वो भी लिखना आना चाहिए. And in the examination, we will expect you to draw diagrams and structuring also. Everyone okay? Now coming to something more to that. So imagine India has agriculture and agricultural problems. Many problems are there. Physical geography problems, human geography problems. Do we agree? Indian agriculture has problems on account of many things. Physical geography can be climate, physical can be about topography, relief, and like this thing. Soil is one of them. Soil is one of them. You are the secretary. You have to give a solution. You have to make a decision. For decision making, you need decision making support. They are supposed to identify issues. When those issues reach you, then you will take a decision, yes or no? True. So what are the issues that soils of India face? Quickly. So take a fresh sheet. Problems of soils of India. What are the problems faced by soils of India? आप secretary हो, आपको decision लेना है. You are going to make a policy after this. Okay, tell me the issues, everyone. Salinization, leaching. Okay, very good. Salinization, leaching, fertility, water logging, acidity, calcification, desertification. Okay, thank you. So now, everyone, please pay attention. You are the secretary. All this information comes to you. The people who give you this information, will you be happy with them, or would you say that this information even I can brainstorm? True. There's no information support. These are the problems. This decision थोड़ी हो सकता है यार. And are these the problem of every place in India? Is every place working on salinization? Is leaching happening everywhere? No. Then why are you giving me this? This data will not help me as a secretary take a decision. Go and please do something else. So now everyone, all of you did this brainstorming. Now your secretary is asking you to give me intelligent data. Use this intelligently to help him. So what will that be? अब कैसे दोगे? How will you give him this information so that he makes a decision? Quickly. You are the policy support. So she's saying I'll do survey. Okay. तो सर्वे करके लाए हो तो क्या दोगे उनको? क्या दोगे? खुशी, be a good officer to the secretary. So state wise, broadly, north and south. Okay, Priyanshu says I will look at state wise. Saida says, sir, two ways. I can look at all this data spatially, where all is there, and temporally also, which part of the year. Oh, good. That's a good identification. Spatial, temporal. Oh, good. प्रियंका सिंह टेक्निक ऑफ फार्मिंग. प्रियंका, वो तो आपने यहाँ पे लिख के दिया था, अब इसी पे करोगी क्या? अब उसने कहा थोड़ा सोच के बताओ, तो आप सैलिनाइजेशन का उसको डिटेल में पीएचडी देने वाली हो उसको. आपको लगता है टेक्निक ऑफ फार्मिंग है तो अकेली प्रॉब्लम उसमें पीएचडी देने से हो जाएगा? क्या बात कर रहे हो यार? उसको सारा सॉइल चाहिए, आप जाकर उसको टेक्निक ऑफ फार्मिंग बता रहे हो, फिर वो क्या करेगा सेक्रेटरी? सेक्रेटरी बल तो नौकरी से निकाल देगा, बोले यार इसको क्यों रखा हुआ है? Okay, everyone. So you are saying that we would want to give the secretary spatio-temporal aspect, that these are the problems in this region, temporally, this season. So this is an urgent matter, must be dealt with in this season, Kharif season also. So this is a long-term matter, can be dealt within 2-3 years. So spatio-temporal. Now is he happy or not? Yes, but it is very easy to say this in the class. How would you get that information? Region-wise, time-wise, you'll have to go into the field. Yes or no? You'll have to go into the field and then do what? You'll have to survey it. Everyone. I release all my students to do field survey of India's soils. Easy or difficult? Very difficult. And people will collect God knows what information. So when you come with information, first of all, you will come after 5 years. By that time, the government and the secretary may not be in the position. That's a big problem. Suppose they are already handed over to the next secretary. Bhai, ध्यान रखना हमने भेजे हुए Sachin sir के students लगे हुए. So they are working on it. So when you come up with a huge pool of information. True or not? इतना बड़ा फाइल लेके सबमिट कर दे. अभी क्या सर सैलरी गए थे, वी हैड गॉन देयर, व्हाट टू डू? सौरभ सिंह विद द हेल्प ऑफ स्पेशलिस्ट एक्सपीरियंस पर्सन, हां सब लेके गया था, सौरभ फुल टीम वाज देयर, टीम का भी पगार मांग रहे सर, देयर सैलरी आल्सो. यस, पूर्वी says I did it in class 11th of 5 villages. That was also difficult to पूरे इंडिया बहुत difficult होगा. And I want to tell you, Purvi, if you were in class 11, then you did only macro parameters. There can be micro parameters also. Like Saurabh is carrying a specialist with him. He might carry a pedologist. Pedologist would want to measure using, like the size of the granule and everything. True or not? वो फिर नोट्स भी बना रहा है, कंप्यूटर में डेटा डाल के लाया सर, ये एक्सेल फाइल. नाउ द सेक्रेटरी ओपन्स इट, पीडीएफ पूरा टेलीग्राम डाल रहा है. अब क्या करेगा सेक्रेटरी? सर वो सैलरी वी आर वेटिंग सर, लास्ट 5 इयर्स नो, मिट्टी किया हम लोगों ने. मधुकर इज सेइंग सर यू वोंट हैव द टाइम, एफर्ट वेस्टेड. So he says, okay, I know that you people were honest and I want to give you your salary also. First make all this thing that you collected, please make it some intelligible thing so that I can understand it and then make my policy. So he gives you next 6 months. Don't go to the soil. You have so much of data. Do something with it. What will you do with that data? क्या करोगे? Short note बनाएंगे. Say this thing sir, map बनाएंगे. Yes. दीपशिका सिंह PPT बनाएंगे. और क्या बनाओगे? Think about it. You have to. Service facing and arrange them in order. Saida is saying sir, we will emphasize on areas having great agricultural output and essential for food security. So Saida is talking about areas. So you'll identify certain areas. Yes. So yes, she's saying categorize. So obviously, so what Saida is saying, what Yash is saying, we will say categorize these areas. Can I say areas having salinization, all areas at one place? All files with salinization, one place. All files with water logging, one place. All files with water logging, one place. All files with over irrigation, one place. All files with desertification, one place. Would you want to do that? Get that? All files with types of soil, black soil people either, red soil people either, this soil people either. First you learn, because it's a huge amount of data. Get that? Then you will identify which states are more prone. So you say 50% and above degradation states, 50% and below degradation states. Can you do that or not? Rich states, poor states, states where some action has happened on restoring the health of the soil and where no action has happened, moderate action. Can we do that? True. So all that information which was there, now would you do something about it? So that millions of things, you have reduced it to thousands of things. So now you yourself, so many people out there were in the field. Now you come to the secretary's office, you're looking for salary. First of all, you say all of us will not go. Only 10 of us will be representing us. So first, will you identify 10 top people? Yes. Will you tell everyone when you have created categories, send it to these 10 people? So these 10 people were given now 1,000 files. They say 1,000 is also too much here. If we take it to the secretary, he'll again throw us out. Can we reduce them to 10 files? Will you further categorize them? Will you start brainstorming or not? True. I want to tell you, people like Mendeleev, आपने सुना? Periodic table of elements. Yes. People who have done plant and animal kingdom classification. True. जितने भी लोग classifications करते हैं, is it a difficult task or not? What are they doing? They're collecting a lot of data, or they are having access to a lot of data, and they're trying to simplify it. Yes, simplify it by categorizing them. They're making it more meaningful. They're making the exercise more meaningful or not? And tell me one thing, is classification just a collection of data like a collage work, or is it an intelligent compilation? You have to intelligently identify the parameters. Yes or no? और मेहनत लगेगी कि नहीं लगेगी? अच्छा, हो जाने से क्या हो जाएगा? What will happen? You will be able to identify quick generalizations. Sir, report final 10 issues of Indian soils. Sir, shall we talk? Will the secretary be happy or not? 10 issues, sir. Everything, पूरे इंडिया का सर्वे किया. We took 5 years to do that. We had soil scientists with us. We had experts with us. We had computer experts with us. Sir, 10 issues निकल कर आए. The secretary looks at this. I like it. I think these 3 issues are key, and we have the government budget also. I think we can meet this in this government's tenure. So मोदी जी की सरकार कब तक है? 24 तक की है. तो 24 तक में हम ये हो सकता है इस टर्म में. I would like to send these proposals to the PMO. So how much does he send? 3 proposals go to the PMO. Okay. So the PMO says, okay, in this current term, I think we must address this issue. एक issue पे काम करें. Because ये तो soil secretary से आया ना. ऐसे energy secretary से भी आ रहा होगा, transport secretary से भी आ रहा होगा, health secretary से भी आ रहा होगा. Remember, Prime Minister must be getting all those things. तो सबका एक ही ले पाएगा कि नहीं? अब सोचो कितना काम लगता है. And how important is the work of classification? How important is the work of classification? Every department is saying, and on top of that, let us forget the department. Chief Secretary of Uttar Pradesh, Chief Secretary of Maharashtra, Chief Secretary of Bengal, Chief Secretary of Punjab. Yes, sir. उनका भी डिमांड है. डिमांड है कि नहीं? On top of that, Supreme Court show cause notice, NGT non-compliance report. True. उसके बाद पुरानी यारी तू तड़ाक का संबंध है. मोदी जी डोनाल्ड ट्रंप को तू तड़ाक से जानते हैं. पुतिन का कॉल है भाई, क्या करना है जल्दी बताओ. उधर पुतिन का कॉल है तो दूसरे चाचा जेलेंस्की का भी कॉल है. ऐसे मत करो सर जी प्लीज, हम भी हैं. पुरानी यारी, अब क्या करें. इधर श्रीलंका कह रहा है सर थोड़ा सा भिजवा दो. ये मौका है, श्रीलंका और चाइना का जो मोहब्बत चल रहा था तुड़वाओ. ये सुनो, यू टेल मी, कौन चाहिए? क्लासिफायर्स, people who can classify, people who can simplify the complexity. सर ये 3 चीजें हैं. सेक्रेटरी काम चाहिए नहीं. पीएमओ में क्या है? मोदी जी घंटे भर से रो रहे हैं. मोदी जी चाहते क्या है? व्हाट आर द टॉप 3 थिंग्स? ये सुनो, टॉप 3 थिंग्स हैं, बस इतना करेंगे. सर ये मुझे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट लगता है. सुन, प्राइम मिनिस्टर तू है, मैं हूँ, अपने लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है. निकल. ट्रू. देन यू रियलाइज, ओ माय गॉड, लीडर इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन द ब्यूरोक्रेट. डिसीजन मेकर इज द ब्यूरोक्रेट. नो, नहीं, लीडर, पॉलिटिशियन. डू यू गेट दैट? सर वो ऑपोजिशन भी रो रही है. हाँ, उनका काम है रोने के लिए, मैंने रोने के लिए छोड़ा हुआ. ट्रू. I'm saying opposition is also something. Now, in all these things, if opposition has to stand, opposition has to stand as a strong thing. Otherwise, they will never come in front of the matters of the government. True or not? Real issues लेकर आओ. स्नेहा सेज विद मोर पावर मोर रिस्पांसिबिलिटी का, मुझे पता नहीं स्नेहा इससे क्या आता है, तो जो भी है। There are people who will make mistakes with power also. Will they make mistakes or not? There are certain things they'll make amazing. History will judge you. History will judge you tomorrow. Sneha is saying with more power, more responsibility. Madhukar is saying more power, more arbitrariness. Who knows, Madhukar? That's what I'm saying. Your present will be tested by the future. Future will tell us. आज तो सब अच्छा लगता है कि नहीं? सुनते नींबू बहुत महंगा हो रहा है, नींबू पानी महंगा होता जा रहा है। पेट्रोल के बाद लोग नींबू नहीं निचोड़ पा रहे, पर नींबू खुद बन गई है बहुतों की हालत। तो कितना ही रियल इशू ले आओ, लेकिन ऑपोजिशन का रोना ही है। पूर्वी ऑपोजिशन का रोना, ऑपोजिशन का काम होता है ना, उनके परिभाषा में लिखा ओपोज है ना, उन सर्टेन इश्यूज को ओपोज किया जाए। एंड ये कहना कि रूलिंग इज होलियर देन दाओ, कि ये तो भगवान के बंदे हैं, है ना, कईयों ने कहा है इन्होंने ये तो अवतार हैं, वो भी गड़बड़ है। If on one hand you are saying sir opposition will always keep on crying, so if on the other hand we have people, अब तो सतयुग आ गया है, भगवान अवतरित हो गए, उनका भी तो अलग ही लेवल चल रहा है ना, दोनों एंड पे बढ़िया वाली चढ़ा के बैठे हुए। ट्रू, एक को आजादी मिल गई, एक को कल की रूप दिख गया, क्या क्या नहीं देख रहा है यार। देखो तुम लोगों के पास सपना कैसा आएगा, कल को मैं आईएएस बना, ऐसा ना, उसको कल की दिख रहा है, उसको अभी से दिख रहा है, क्या करें। एंड देन बोलने वाले बोल के पलट जाते हैं। यस, बाबा रामदेव आजकल काफी पलटे पलटे से दिखाई दे रहे हैं, वैसे पलटे तो कई बार है, ऐसी बात नहीं है। जब वो शर्ट और पजामा से सूट में आ गए थे, लेडीज सूट में, तब भी पलट गए थे, तो पलट तो जाते हैं, तो पलट तो जाते हैं, कोई बात नहीं। बट व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से हियर इज क्लासिफिकेशन इंपॉर्टेंट और नॉट? Will classification make the task of us aspirant important? Why is it too many PDFs causing people to fail? They're not able to classify. They're not able to find out top 10 issues. So somebody who wrote the answer, जो मुझे आंसर सबमिट हुआ, what did you submit? You submitted all you knew. That's why I say answers, reports submitted to the secretary are written when the data is over, when the survey is over. You don't copy paste a past part of survey and sir this is the report. Do you do that? You don't copy paste a part of the notes or like PDF, sir this is the answer. That cannot be the answer. But who knows? लोगों को तो रेडीमेड चाहिए। And the funny part is it happens in the government also. In the government also, the secretary asks you for some report on energy in India and you don't know much, या टाइम में रिपोर्ट बनी, काम करो, पिछला सॉइल वाले पेपर है ना, सबमिट कर दे, कोई टेंशन नहीं, सबमिट दैट सॉइल वाला, कौन सा पढ़ रहा है वो, और ऊपर 10 जो है ना इश्यूज बड़े बड़े लिख दो, अंदर कुछ भी होना। ट्रू, they're also doing copy paste, and I'm saying not everyone is trained and integrity सबकी नहीं है भाई। आपको लग रहा है कि this is happening, what you just now did, what we were talking about, you were saying, you were understanding, sir this is happening, PMO must be getting so many things, PMO is getting this from minorities, from the scheduled tribe representatives, from international representatives, कितनी सारी चीजें आ रही PMO के पास, आ रही है नहीं आ रही? ट्रू, उसमें एक ये भी पूछ रहा है मोदी जी की डिग्री दे दो, मतलब आरटीआई तो चल रही है ना, वो भी खाली बैठा हो ना, तो डिग्री बता दो कहाँ से किया है, क्यों, उनको यूपीएससी देना है क्या, उनको फॉर्म भरना है क्या, तो डिग्री दे दो, बताया इनका चल रहा है सबका, सब मजे नहीं चल रहा है। So that's what I'm saying. Classification is a very very important thing. It simplifies complexity. That's first thing. Second thing, what classification will do for us is, one is simplification, second is amplification. So what is amplification? Amplification of real immediate issues or concerns. करेगा all the data, maze of data, maze मतलब भंडार, puzzle of data, उसको simplify करेगा, amplify the real issues. अच्छा, now I found that this is the problem in Jharkhand. A similar problem was there in Kerala, but Kerala government took these steps, and as a result this problem is no longer there. Can this solution be offered to Jharkhand? True, same thing. वो देखो, नो, अरे भाई तुम एक बात बताओ, तुम टॉपर वीडियो सुनते हो कि नहीं सुनते हो? Does the topper say कि I did this? तो झारखंड को हमको बता तो सकते भाई ये कदम लिए थे, यहाँ पर देखिए अचानक कोविड का ये हुआ, हमने ये बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस ली। आधे लोग नो, अबे कुछ तो दिमाग लगाओ यार। हम बोले यार ये चीजें करके, ये आंसर्स लिख के, ऐसे लिख के बाकी लोग के मार्क्स आते, नहीं मैं तो अपना ही लिखूंगा, एकला चलो है मेरा तो। We can know best practices. Can it be at least used as a suggestion? So when you classify them, does it become a good decision making tool? Can it help in comparative studies? इसको अंग्रेजी में comparative studies कहते हैं। मनीष तुमने तो बीए करा है, बीए में कहीं ना कहीं तो comparative studies की बात हुई होगी, बट द प्रॉब्लम इज बीए करता कौन है? हमारे यहाँ तो बा, और बा के बाद आप बनते हैं माँ, बा माँ वाला काम चल रहा है, अब्बा और अम्मा, यही डिग्री लेके घूम रहे हो। हाँ सर मैंने कौन सा कॉलेज किया, और लॉकडाउन वाला कॉलेज तो पूछो ही मत, True. So that can also be there. So we can do comparative studies that can help in regional specialization, that can help in balance regional development. True or not? Balance regional development. हाँ मनीष, मैं तो कह रहा हूँ नहीं हुआ, मैं तो मान रहा हूँ भाई, बट डिग्री तो मिलती है ना, क्लास नहीं हुआ डिग्री तो मिली, यही तो मजा है. बैलेंस रीजनल डेवलपमेंट हो सकता है, नहीं हो सकता है. So what was I talking about? I was talking about the importance of significance of classification, and I also wanted you to realize the scale of it. So globally, people have realized that soil leads to food security. Yes or no? Awareness of soil will lead to food security. Big issue for the world. So globally, we have tried to study soils and classify soils. कौन करेगा? Pedologist. They went and they classified soils. They were asked, बताइए, how many types of soils are there? They said 70,000 types of soils. People asked them, no, classification के बाद. They said classification के बाद 70,000. Pedologist came and after classification there are 70,000. मतलब if I was there, नौकरी छीन लेता इन सब की, बाहर निकालो यार. 70,000. आके PDF छाप के आ गया, सारे वर्ड, सारे नोट्स. Sir, I thought writing in my language, I thought writing in the language of the PDF also. बकवास, 70,000 have you classified it? Sir, but it is complex. और सर ये तो सिर्फ USA के हैं, बाकी और होंगे सर, अभी हम गए नहीं, निकालो सबको नौकरी से. 70,000. Then they said एक काम करो, call the laziest discipline of knowledge. This is a geographer. ये क्या करता है? Sir, this is like cuckoo bird, कोयल. ये कौवे के घोंसले में जाके अंडा देकर आता है, ये सिर्फ गाना गाता है. Doesn't even make the nest, sir. सर ये क्या करेगा? इन सब का माल उठाएगा और उसको 7 कैटेगरीज में कर देगा. क्या बात करो? बोला गेट इन यही वाला चाहिए. I don't get those ready-made answers जो रट के बैठा यूपीएससी एस्पिरेंट वाला, जो ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग करता है वो वाला, ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग वाला. So they were asked, okay, you have to classify the soil. Can you do that? They looked at it. यार नोट्स है क्या? इसका पेडोलॉजिस्ट वाला फाइल डाउनलोड हो सकता है क्या? चेक कर, ये टोरेंट पे निकालिए. ठीक है, टोरेंट पे आ जाए. Yes sir, we can do it. They have no research, nothing. So how would like to see soils? Sir, we would like to see soils under sir lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere, sir anthroposphere, 5 spheres sir. क्या बात कर रहे हो? बस sir, that's it. Anything else? If you want sir, थोड़ा कम लग रहा है तो बढ़ा देंगे, 150 ग्राम ऊपर नीचे. Just like you know sir, India's university exams. If you increase the word limit, we will add, no problem sir. Intro conclusion will also be added. First 2 lines सबका कॉपी कर देंगे सर, वो कोई दिक्कत नहीं. अपने को जो आता है हम वही लिखेंगे. Amazing guys यार. So they were wondering कहाँ से लाएंगे, तो they said pedologist please pass on the information to them. अपना फाइल्स इनको ट्रांसफर कर. Happy? Geographer के पास आ गया तो geographer. So which one would you want to learn from me? Soil taxonomy is the branch. Soil taxonomy is the branch. It can be done by geographers. It can be done by geologists. Not geologists here. Pedologists. Not meteorologists. Only pedologists. Okay? So this is taught by Sachin sir. This is taught by PhD sir and ma'am. Get that? खूब पढ़ाएगा, यही पढ़ा. Sir, which one is important sir? अब मैं कंफ्यूज हो गया. UPSC यही पूछेगा. क्या बात कर रहे हो सर? सचिन सर इज UPSC. अरे यार फिर वो लिखेगा, फिर वक्त बनेगा. नहीं, सचिन सर विल आस्क geography. Because ये जरूर कहेगा I am UPSC. ये भी कहेगा I am UPSC. तो यही आएगा. ठीक है? So what we will do is we will do a geographer's classification and we will also look at pedologist. चलेगा? We'll do that. It makes more sense. Because pedologist is interested in the size of the granule, the platiness, the flakiness, yes, the texture, the complexion and everything. And I'm interested in what process acts in the humid areas. Like the answer today, though the answer was wrong about this thing 30 and 60, it was wrong. But कोशिश तो approach तो geographer की थी ना. That approach was that of geographer. So our approach will be this. Our approach will also be, remember, anthropogenic. So I'll also like to look at it as ecological level. ये क्या पढ़ा रहा होगा उधर? Actually, the pH varies because the colloidal ions are actually able to attract the lyophilic part of it, whereas the lyophobic part is this. समझ आ रहा है? नहीं आ रहा? एक काम करो, रट लो. मेरे नोट्स रट के पास होते हैं. समझ नहीं आया, तुम्हारा लेवल नहीं है वो, रट लो. पागल हो गए क्या? First of all, you put the fear in the heart of the student. यही आएगा. उसके बाद बच्चा भी समझ नहीं आ रहा. रट लो. क्यों रट ले यार? We will be doing that. We know that soil is important. We know soils of the world are getting degraded. Human beings are also, caught in that situation. So that is what we are going to do. Is everyone okay? So geographer's approach is more ecological, more process oriented, more spatial. सबसे बड़ी बात spatial है यार. इनका spatial ही नहीं. मुझे पूछा 70,000 soil. अच्छा, where in which area is soil number 1001? सर वो कैटलॉग में लिखा होता है सर. I cannot tell by the number, no. जोग्राफर से पूछा, सुनो आपने कैटेगरी बनाई लैटराइट, ये कोई कैटेगराइट है, ये कोई कैटेगरी है? हाँ सर ये कैटेगरी है सर, वी कॉल इट टेक्निकल नेम पेडाल्फर। कैन यू टेल अस वेयर विल बी पेडाल्फर? हाँ सर ह्यूमिड एंड रेनी एरिया, इक्वेटोरियल रीजन सर, वेस्टर्न घाट्स ऑफ इंडिया। और बताओ सर, आई कैन जस्ट क्लोज माय आईज एंड टेल यू वेयर विल बी पेडाल्फर। You can close your eyes, you don't need the number of pedalfer. No sir. Achha, where will be port zones, you said? So port zones will be in the taiga belt. What is taiga? So that boreal tree belt, no sir, 60 to 70 coniferous belt. Achha, what number is port zone? So there is no number sir. Simple. Okay. Do we get that? So geographer is into this. The examiner is also looking at the geographer's classification. Meteorologists, they have been using the terms. I gave you that triangle is there, sand, silt, loam and all those things, pH and all that. That knowledge we need. We have a little bit of it and then we are able to classify. Because classification is a very, very big challenge. And it has a lot of practical utility for the betterment of the country's agriculture, for the betterment of the country's food systems, and eventually the food security of a country. Do we get that? And why am I talking about food security? I'm saying entire biomass management of a country. Remember, soil will create biomass. The biomass management of the country is connected to the soil. And I would even say the water recharge, groundwater recharge is also connected to the soil. मुझसे बोलोगे तो I'll keep on brainstorming. I'll not stop at this. I'll become a brainstorming machine. Why brainstorming machine? I have learned to focus on that topic and start bringing out threads out of it. That is what a geographer does. I may ridicule a geographer. ये नालायक कुछ नहीं करता, but सोचता है. सोचने वाले मिलते कहाँ हैं? True or not? It's easy to go into the lab and collect data. Difficulty is being this man जिसके ऊपर apple गिर रहा है. Apples were falling even before Newton. Apples continue to fall even till today. It took a Newton to see gravity in a falling apple. Do you get that? Pedologist assist geographer to classify broadly. Pedologist give us data. और हमें उनके डिपार्टमेंट में जाने ही नहीं ना, मुझे असिस्टेंस चाहिए. You given me that data, thank you. Let me process it my way. Do we get that? So ये बात मैं पहले भी कर चुका हूँ meteorologist के लिए and geologist के लिए. PhD sir and PhD ma'am teach geology and meteorology and the students are wondering ये वाला तो कहीं नहीं पढ़ाया. Yes. And then they say यहीं पे पढ़ाते हैं. चलिए समझ में आया, रट लो, memorize, because इसी से पास होते हैं. वो टॉपर बोल के गया. सर टॉपर तो बहुत जगह कुछ और भी बोला है, लेकिन जितने पैसे में बोलना था यहाँ का तो ये बोल के गया कि नहीं. ट्रू, इतने में रोक लो, कोई टेंशन नहीं. सेम टॉपर आई हर्ड. ओके, सो दिस टॉपर सेज दैट 20 days before mains I had severe depression. Okay, that I felt that I should not write mains. Same topper. Okay, this is his first interview after becoming a topper. He says my friends gave me the biggest support, my family gave me the biggest support. They trusted me and I regained my this thing and I cleared the examination. I didn't know that I'll get this much marks, but I did that. ऐसे कुछ उसने बताया 20 days or 1 month, whatever is there, something. 1 month after clearing, after many interviews, he goes to this geography institute. He says, sir's note, when I read it for the first time, I attended the class, I knew my mistakes, only this can make me pass. And then sir had told this book, exactly this book, I read it 8 times. And then I went and I wrote sir's answer. I got the top. When I was writing, I was very clear, I will top. Thank you, sir. No, it's okay. मैं तो ऐसे करता रहता हूँ. Okay, same person. Before and after. पहले होगा अगेंस्ट डाउरी, आगे होगा लेट अस नेगोशिएट डाउरी. है टॉपर एंड चचा हाउस, टीचर हाउस. One institute, I will not name that institute, in Delhi, calling for a toppers meet. So I asked my student, did you go to that institute for coaching and all? Oh, no, sir, there was this toppers meet. After you talk, no, then there is a meet and they will present a garland to your parents also. So parents are also invited. So that's a big thing. आपको बचपन से माँ बाप नालायक कह रहे हैं. This one day you can show them that everyone will clap for you. Are you happy or not? And then there will be an iPhone also gifted to you. सर मैं तो यहीं से पढ़ा था सर, मैं तो अपने सर correspondence यहीं से लिया था सर. I was here. Yes, I was here. Now there is a line to participate in that toppers meet. Yes, I was also there. I was there. Very good. Tomorrow that institute says यहीं से पढ़ के गया and this is the way you have to do. Where is the credibility? That's the question we're talking about. And I to always see, the responsibility is, somebody said with power comes responsibility. If you have topped the examination, why would you resort to this? One day at Institute X, you say that Y is a fool. Institute Y is a fool. They approached me. I never said this. 2 days you are giving interview and Y also. Yeah, I know, like to top, this is needed and all that. True. That will also happen. Same person. And I'm just looking at that this is going to be a top bureaucrat or not. खुद के पांव पालने में ही दिख रहे हैं यार ये. कहते हैं ना, you can see that in the childhood only, in the womb only. ये कर क्या रहा है. I'm being, like so gender specific, कर क्या रही भी हो सकता है. Am I saying all of them are like that? No, not all of them are like that. but you would know every year there will be 4 or 5 celebrities. Celebrity भी तो बनना होता है. So celebrity toppers, eye candy toppers, and they are the ones that attract you the most. Chaliye, so let me quickly introduce the concept. We will do the classification in the class on Monday. So we are looking at soil classification. Please write down soil classification. Classifying soils of the world. Classifying soils of the world is a challenging task. On account of huge variations. And complexities involved. Pedologists have identified nearly 70,000 types of soils across the world. पहले मैंने यूज किया था वर्ल्ड मान, get that? Which itself sounds highly complex. Soil classification has great utility. In not only simplifying the study and understanding of soils across the world. But also using this information to the advantage of the planners as well as the activities dependent on soils. Generally, three approaches have been adopted in soil classification, which are as follows: empirical, genetic, morphological. So I'm just writing that empirical is what? Field observation based criteria. Genetic is what? Empirical is based on field observation. Okay, I'm looking at 1 or 2 parameters. Say, for example, which soil is black in color, so all the black color soils are there. Which soil is, say, alluvial in nature, alluvial soils are there. Those are empirical. Get that? Morphological is you go inside and you measure their structure, texture, which one is flaky soil, which one is granular soil, yes or no? And genetic is based on cause and effect. Remember which process? Is this an outcome of lateralization, okay, or podolization or calcification? So this is genetic is on basis of genesis. So tell me which one will be the pedologist's favorite? 1, 2, 3. So empirical observation to sabhi karenge. Which one would be the pedologist's favorite? So people are saying number 2. Number 3 first. They will go and look at these parameters and then they will explain it also. So 3 and 2. Geographer's favorite? 1 and 2. 2 is partly, भाई ये भी तो करना है geographer को. Explain नहीं करेगा process. ये तो सिर्फ ऐसे ही है. This is like state PCS. Field observation. उसको कुछ तो meaning देगा. So we are looking at genetic classification. We will try and give that. And we need observations. So remember processes we have learned from the Russian school of thought. Now we're looking at information. It is coming and then we will classify them. Okay, this. Okay, this looks like laterite soil. I know the process lateralization. This looks like podal soil. I know the process desilication. Remember that? So that is what geographer will do. What is morphological people? They would look at all those parameters and then they will explain all the parameters. Do we get that? So please write down. Based on And pedologists use all these three. So based on these approaches, the pedologists developed a branch of soil taxonomy. Taxonomy. So soil को classification की branch is called soil taxonomy. Full stop. The most representative global soil taxonomy. Which one is the best? I'm telling you, soil taxonomy is the one given by USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, referred to as CSCS, Comprehensive Soil Classification System. So as I said, the processes we learned from the Russians, factors and processes we learned from the Russians, but thereafter we have understood कि भाई इसको हम ऐसे कर सकते हैं. So US से हमने सीख लिया. यहाँ तक clear? Let me read something from the material. And I have already shared this material. So this is the same material which was shared yesterday. Same material. So when the factors and that ends, you can see soil classification comes. From the standpoint of physical geography, the most important aspect of pedology is classification of soils, their distribution over the earth. Geographers are particularly interested in how climate, parent material will decide the type of the soil. Geographers are also interested in how natural vegetation will be associated, which soil will grow what thing. The geography of soils thus is an essential ingredient establishing quality of environment regions also. Remember ecological regions? So we are looking at that also. Now we're looking at a pedological approach. In 1950s, US वालास they realized यार soil बड़ा complex है, so they launched an exercise. Soil scientists of the Soil Conservation Service, faculty and everyone, they got together and they worked for the whole country's soil classification in succession of stages. Yes, the new scheme was ready for presentation in the 7th International Congress of Soil. So it took 10 years. Can you see 1950s and 1960 they were there. This is called the 7th approximation, means 7 rounds went into this. I told you एक बार में नहीं होगा because it was the 7th of the series of revisions. So they sat down and और कम करो यार और देखो लोग ये. The new system was prepared by the Soil Survey staff of the Soil Conservation Service 1960. Many modifications have happened after that also. And finally, it is named what? Comprehensive Soil Classification System. The system defines classes strictly in terms of morphology, in terms of the soil characteristics. Moreover, the definitions are made as nearly quantitative as possible. Sir, ये तो हम नहीं करने वाले ना. We are going to do simplified CSCS. We are not going to do CSCS. CSCS is what? CSCS is the pedologist classification. Is everyone okay? Every effort was made to differentiate in terms of features. CSCS recognizes, gives equal importance to the classes of soil as a long cultivation application because man's occupancy is there. They are saying man has also modified the soil and everything. CSS terminology used largely number this thing. So क्या है उसमें? So let me tell you कितने हैं. CSCS has got 10 orders. 10 की जगह मैं कह रहा हूँ 11 orders. Orders में कितने सब orders हैं? 47. Grade group 185. Subgroups around 1000. Families around 5000. Series around 10,000. Number given for the lowest three categories refer only to soils of US. US में ही 10,000 है. World में कितने हैं? 70,000. Will we be doing this? No, we are not going to do this. Yes, I will tell you the names of 11. चलेगा? This I will tell you. But we are going to do a simplified one. When soil of all continents are eventually included, the number of at least the two lowest category will be greatly increased. So niche it will become 70,000. That is what we are talking about. So हमारी क्या approach है? हमारी approach is the geographical approach. And what is the name of the person who has given this? The name is Marbut. The main name is Marbut, Curtis F. Marbut. He himself for many years was the chief of Soil Survey Division. Get it? ये भी USDA में soil survey में खुद रहे हैं. So he has given something much more easy. So we are going to do that. And this man not only looked the pedologist work, he looked at the Russian works also. Dokyshev ka work. Yes, he studied that, and then another Russian follower of Dokyshev was K.D. Glinka. So you have two names, Dokyshev and Glinka. He expanded the concept for further development, and that work was taken to America by Marbut. So Marbut translated Glinka's work into English. So he has the Russian concepts also with him, and he has the data also, and ultimately created a comprehensive system of soil classification for US. It is Marbut's system, published in 1921 and revised throughout next 2 decades, which we are outlining here. Is everyone okay? So Marbut ने क्या बनाया? Marbut ने ये बनाया. वो कितना अच्छा लग रहा है. फिनिश है, बस इतना ही है. ये फ्लो चार्ट करेंगे कल नहीं मतलब मंडे. Everyone okay? So what did he do? He took all soils. Divided them into humid areas, this thing, and called those soils zonal soils. जो एक zone में बोलते हैं zonal. And the ones which are not found in any zone, कहीं पे randomly मिल सकते हैं, azonal. And third one is which can be found in between zones, intrazonal. So क्या हो गया हमारे पास? Humid soil, dry soil. And in that zonal, azonal. ठीक है? This is also called the zonal classification. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 20 of them. So 20 is enough. 20 में I want to tell you ये और ये, these are one category, this is second category, this is third category, fourth category. 4 categories we have to look at actually. Make sense? So what are these 4 levels? Here are 4 levels. First level 2 grade classes, second level 3 soils, zonal, intrazonal, azonal. Third level suborders, hydro, halo. Fourth level several grade soils, that is this. 4 levels we have to do. और मैं कह रहा हूँ ऐसे बंदे मिलते कहाँ हैं, भगवान कहाँ बना रहे हैं ऐसे लोग? Where is God making such amazing people? सब चीजें छोटा करके चले गए. True. So we'll be talking about Marbut. My request to all of you is you should try reading this. एक बार पढ़ के आ जाइएगा. I will be using this and we have all in the table, so notes की इतनी problem नहीं होगी. Everything is written over here. Everything in tabular form. Is it okay? His system is called the zonal system. What will be the write-up of each? As I told you, in soils, I have already put everything over there. So what will be the write-up? All write-ups are there. And in the end, everyone, I have a box item also. I have a box item also. Remember, ये भी तो था ना CSCS. 11 soil orders. True. I told you those 11. What are those 11? Anti-sol, vertisol. उनके लिए मैंने table भी दिया है. So I'll not leave the geologist one also. I have given a table for that also. So the PhD sir वाला भी काम करके रख दिया है. This is the sheet. Is everyone okay? Do you have all the material? And are you understanding till now? I will also show you connection between Marbut and this, which will help us understand that. So Hindi English people comfortable? So this is going to happen. My request is please read that. जो अभी तक हुआ at least वो पढ़िए. Sunday 6 p.m. Sunday 6 p.m. we have a discussion on current environment MCQs. Yes, and one answer writing exercise is also being given on that. So that will be in a special class. The link will be shared on the group. So we'll see you on Sunday 6 p.m. Otherwise, geography class is on Monday. Is everyone okay? I could have taken an extra class, but I thought, we need that weekly holiday to cover up things. And I hope the discussion on answer, which took nearly 45 minutes. So I wanted to do that discussion. That is why I did not give them much detailed individual feedback. I thought everyone should learn from that process. Get that? Thank you. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow evening. Take care.